you start from the bottom, you on the dream is the top. Set a goal to succeed and I wouldn't be stopped. Drop they on me, even counting me out. Like I ain't have me no hustle, like I need me some clout. I say if they ain't involved, they don't want to see you win. Success is the root to a lot of
And welcome in to Bulldog Football here on the Hill Media TV as the Bulldogs, ranked third in the state, travel here to Rogers, Arkansas to take on the Heritage War Eagles. And I'm joined on the pregame show by Heritage head football coach Steve Hookfin. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Steve, not the season up to this point that you guys had envisioned, but, you can kind of redeem yourself and come away with a very big time victory tonight. When you look at the season, what have you been most pleased about it? What are some of the things that your program, you continue to want to work on?
Well, we want to just continue to work on our competitiveness and our drive and our mental focus. All those things I hope will bode well as we go further into building our program and to getting to where we compete at a high level on a consistent basis in this very tough conference that we're in.
Coach, you got a big-time running back there with Eli. Talk about his season as he's, really close to 1,000 yards. What will you guys have to do tonight, when you look at this very, very stingy Fayetteville defense offensively to have some success?
Well, we definitely got to get Eli going. I think you hit the nail on the head with that one. I think we've got to move him around. I don't think we can just feed it to him at running back. As you said, they have a very stingy defense. They're stout up front, very aggressive linebackers. But the offense is going to run through Eli without a doubt. I think he's the type of player that can play for anybody in our conference, and we're very fortunate to have him on our team.
The quarterback, young guy, Mr. Carter, talk about his development. And then also, too, Coach, when you look at your offense, a pretty junior-dominated offensive line, talk about just those positions of growth. Because, like you said, in this conference, maturity and experience, something that the Bulldogs of Fayetteville have, that's real valuable.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're lacking right now, and we're looking to improve upon as we go throughout the offseason, into spring and into the summer, is quality depth. I think quality depth allows you to have competition. Competition allows your players to grow as they're competing for spots and playing time. And that depth is something that we've been missing here, whether it be contact tracing. We all know the times that we're in, injuries. So up front, we haven't been as healthy as I'd like to be at this point. But nonetheless, you touched on that junior offensive line. The great thing I like about it is the progress they've made every game. I like their aggressiveness. I like how they're learning. And I really like how they're all coming back. And they'll have a wealth of experience going into next season.
Heading into the defensive side of this ball game, when you look at Fayetteville defensively, or I should say on the offensive side, Coach, what is that you guys have to do on the defensive side of the football? They have so many options, but, what's the one thing you feel like you have to take away in this ball game tonight?
Well, we have to take away the big play. I think what we have to do is make Fayetteville earn everything. We want to keep it all in front of us. We want to rally to the ball. We have to be sure tacklers. We have to lock into our keys when it's a run game. We have to drop to our correct zone on passing games. We can't play zone with man eye. So with that being said, we have to be very, very disciplined. But to answer your question, we're going to have to be disciplined, and we're going to have to be sure tacklers.
How's the War Eagles tonight health-wise? All hands on deck for tonight's ball game?
Yeah, run-of-the-mill injuries, nothing too serious. Everybody's healthy. I think we're locked in, we're focused. And like I tell my team all the time, two things we can control, and that's our intensity, our passion, and more importantly than anything, go out there and have fun. I think if we go out there and have fun and we're focused on doing our jobs, good things will happen.
And, Coach, the last message for those that either are going to be here at the game or they'll be sitting down, can't make it due to the weather, and they will be watching the game here on the Hill Media TV. What's that one message as to why they, should enjoy some high school football, either in the stadium or by broadcast?
Well, I think what we want to do is reward these young men for working hard. We know football is not an easy sport. It's a year-round sport. I think you only really get 2 weeks off. It's nonstop. It's in the winter. As soon as you put the pads up, you're right back in the weight room. Then your spring ball. Then your summer conditioning. Then your fall camp, 7-on-7s. So I think people coming out in attendance, I think that just shows the young men, how much they appreciate their effort and representing their community in a positive way.
Well, Coach, hey, good luck tonight. I'm looking forward to being on tonight's broadcast. And, hey, thanks for taking time out here on the pregame show.
Thank you, sir. You have a great day.
That was head Heritage football coach Steve Hookfin. We'll be back with much, much more. It's the Bulldog pregame show on the Hill Media TV. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
Where everybody in the town's fired up. This is the best part. You guys are the show. You're the show. They didn't come to watch me call plays. They came to watch you guys do your thing.
And welcome back to Bulldog Football here on the Hill Media TV. It's the pregame show, and I'm joined now by senior center Davis Turner. DT, welcome to the pregame show.
Hey, what's up?
Davis, big game tonight here at Heritage High School. You guys come in 5-0 off a few emotional weeks leading into tonight's ball game. What's been the message heading into week 6 so you guys can come here on the road? You know, because road wins are hard to get, DT.
Basically the message is that no matter who we're ever playing, we always just got to make sure that we don't always expect to win. It's always a faceless opponent. You know, not everyone's just Fayetteville, and not everyone's just going to be as low or horrible. Or everyone's just the same when we're playing them.
You guys, as an offensive line, DT, as the season has gone on, and I can think back all the way back, to that Owasso game. What's been the big thing that you guys have built on week to week to be, one of the more elite offensive lines in the conference and in the state, in my opinion?
I think our biggest main goal was just make the run game something that was having to be stopped, because Bladen, obviously being the great quarterback he is, he's always able to pass wherever he can. But now being able to run the ball now creates a dual threat where they're going to have to protect more than just the receivers.
Speaking of Bladen, talk about him, DT. You get a chance to snap the ball to Bladen each and every year. Talk about how you've seen his growth from his junior year and what he went through that last game of the playoffs to, the type of senior year he's having to this point.
What I've seen the most through Bladen is determination. He really saw that last game and decided to improve on it to as much as he could. And I've seen him become one of the best quarterbacks, in my opinion, in Arkansas. And he just keeps on improving throughout every week.
Looking at this Heritage defensive team from an offensive standpoint, Davis, what is that you guys see on film that you guys have to focus on tonight so you can leave War Eagle Stadium with conference win number 6?
I think our biggest point of emphasis is really just making sure that we have everyone accounted for, whether it's pass blocking or run blocking, because they might put a lot in the box and they might put outside linebackers down on the line, but we got to make sure that we are able to defend against that and be able to let our running backs or our quarterback be able to pass the ball.
Talking about offensive line play, Anthony and myself, each and every night here in the box, we talk about you guys, but, I think you go unnoticed, Davis. I mean, you are kind of that quarterback on the offensive line. Talk about, having to make so many calls and kind of be that guy to make sure your other 4 brothers are all on the same page.
I got to do a lot when it comes down to it, more mentally than physically, in my opinion. I always got to make sure when passing, I got to make sure and see the entire defense and see what's the best way to block this front or what's the best way to block this defense. And when it comes to the run game, I'm kind of the centerpiece of knowing what linebackers are we going to, or how is this all going to work out when they're in a different position that we haven't seen in film.
Coach Wilkerson, the new offense coordinator, talk about, his impact on this offense and, just the big difference that he's made in year one taking over.
I think he's done an amazing job. He's created a bunch of energy through our offense, and we're able to thank him for it, because he really will come up with new ideas on the spot that really work, and he's just able to see how their defense works and be able to make a new play off of it. It's just some crazy things I've seen from him.
Well, Davis, I got to let you get back into the tunnel and get prepared for tonight's Big 7A road matchup versus the Heritage War Eagles. But last message to the fan base that might be getting ready to sit down and watch the broadcast here on On the Hill Media TV, or outside about to buy a ticket and come into the stadium. What's that final message from Davis Turner to the Bulldog fan base?
Basically, to our fans, everyone just be ready for a big smackdown, because we're coming in. We're coming in hot.
Well, DT, I'm looking forward to being on the call, my man. Big fella, hey, keep doing what you're doing on that line of scrimmage, and from one dog to another. You know my final words. Let's get it.
Thanks. Thank you. All right, bye.
That was senior offensive center for the Bulldogs, Davis Turner. We'll take a quick break, and then we got more Bulldog talk. It's the pregame show on the Hill Media TV.
Crashing the glass. Got it? Communicate, run the floor. Here we go. Oh, you handed it to me. The volleyball line. It's about focus. It's about coming out here and doing what we ask you to do. I hear some of you coaching, but I don't see a lot of. That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we ask you to do. Notice I stopped the whole practice for that one thing. Go.
And I'm joined now by senior defensive end Will Stokenberry. What's up, my man?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing good, Will. Conference game number 6. You guys come in 5-0, ranked really high. I think number 3 in the state. What's been the message for this football team heading into tonight's matchup?
I think the biggest thing is just kind of keep up our physicality, at least on the defense side of the ball. We've really been able to pride ourselves and be more physical than the other side of the team, and tonight's going to be no different.
Will, when you look at this offense for Heritage, I mean, what is it that you guys see on film that you have to kind of, focus on to make sure you go on the road and get conference win number 6? Because as we know, Will, getting those road wins, especially in this conference, they're tough.
No, they for sure are. But the biggest thing is stopping the run game. They've got a really good running back, and he's really good at making the cut. So when those big guys get out in space, he can cut off the back of them.
You guys have been pretty stingy with teams being able to run the football on you. I mean, how much pride do you guys take up front that it's not so easy to run, between those tackles when people want to carry that football?
It's a big deal. Our coaching staff talks about it all the time. We want to stop the run. We want to make sure no one can run the ball down our throat. And, we focus on it every single week.
Will, take me in that room, that defensive line room, and tell me, what yourself, Gabe Farrell, Young, J.J. Johnson, what all you guys bring to the table that makes that defensive front so strong each and every Friday night?
I think the biggest thing, it all starts with Gabe. He's big enough to just hold up, and he doesn't move on those doubles. And then you got JJ, who's, one of the fastest kids, best athlete on the team by far. And he has the speed, and then simple as that. And you have Brooks, who's able to come in, also at speed, and then they use me to take, pullers and whatnot, and that's the game plan.
Well, I know you played a lot of football since your sophomore year, your junior year. When you look back, your senior year, what is that you feel good about heading into this final season as a Bulldog?
I feel very good about our postseason chances. Watching, because I was on the sophomore team where they took it to Bryant. No one expected that. I was on the team last year. Everyone knows what happened. But we feel really, really good about our postseason chances, and we're not going to let anyone take that from us.
Last question. I know I got to let you get back into the tunnel as we get prepared for tonight's ball game versus the Heritage War Eagles. But big fella, that last message for those that'll be watching the game here on the Hill Media TV or about to buy the ticket and get into this stadium, have a seat. What's the final message from Will Stokenberg to that Bulldog fan base?
Dogs by 90.
Well, Will, I'm looking forward to being here on the call here momentarily. My man, good luck. From one dog to another, my final words. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was senior defensive end Will Stokenberry. Hey, more Bulldogs to talk to. It's the pregame show here on the Hill Media TV. There we go. My boy Cade knocking him down. Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have two locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers, and we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Hill Media TV. It's Fayetteville Heritage tonight from War Eagle Stadium, and I'm joined now on the pregame show by senior offensive lineman, Mr. Sam Van Hook. What's up, my man?
Not much. Getting ready for the game.
Sammy, tonight you guys travel here to Heritage to take on the War Eagles. What's been the message heading into tonight's matchup that you guys have pretty much been stressing all week?
Get ready for state. It's just another game.
When you guys looked at film, Sam, what did you guys see from this Heritage defense that you guys really have to focus on that you can come on the road and leave tonight 6-0?
Just another forefront. We got to get ready for it. Something that we don't see too often.
Now, when you look at it, Sam, you came in this year, as offensive line, you guys were thought to be the question mark. How much of a, motivation did you guys take, with that into consideration? Because, you guys are really, if I think, the best offensive line in the conference and one of the top in the state. What all went into just the emergence of this great senior offensive group?
Yeah, we're all seniors. We all know what we need to do. We get ready, practice all week, do what we do.
Now, you played, like I said, a lot of football, heading into your senior year, Sam. What is that you feel good about this season and going forward for the remainder of the year?
I think our team is a really good team. We have a lot of seniors. We can definitely get all the way up to state and beat the team that we're going to play.
Now, I'm going to have you be a scout for me, big man. Take me in that offensive line room and tell me, what each one of you guys brings to the table that makes this offensive line what it is.
Both of our tackles are really good with speed rushers. I'm a guard, and Will's another guard that we have. Both really good at getting to our backers, and then Davis is our brains of our O-line. We just got a really strong group.
Well, now talk about senior quarterback Bladen Fight. Sam, from what you've seen, we all know how his season ended last year, but, talk about the season that he's had and what have you seen from Bladen this year?
A lot of growth. He's definitely much smarter, a lot better of a player than he was last year. Coach Dix helped him out a lot with that.
I mean, what do you feel good about going forward with this football team? What's the most exciting thing when you look into the future of this season?
Probably just every single game. We feel like we can win any game as long as we play like we need to.
Now, my last message to the fan base, I know I got to let you get back into the clubhouse for tonight's matchup, but for those that are about to watch the game here on the Hill Media TV, or they're going to buy a ticket and come into the stadium, Sam, what's the final message from Sam Van Hook to the Bulldog fan base?
Get ready for another win.
Well, big fella, hey, I'm ready to be on the call. Hey, get back into the clubhouse. Thanks for taking time and from one dog to another. Hey, you know them final words. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
That was senior offensive guard, Mr. Sam Van Hook. Hey, more Bulldogs to talk to. It's the pregame show on the Hill Media TV. And welcome back to Bulldog Football here on the Hill Media TV. It's the Bulldog pregame show, and I'm joined now by offensive tackle Colin Rayford. What's up, my man?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing really good, Colin. You guys come in 5-0 in the conference here tonight at War Eagle Stadium. I mean, what's been the message, during practice heading into this week's ball game?
Can you say it one more time?
Just what's been the message, as a team for you guys heading into tonight's big matchup versus the Heritage War Eagles?
One thing we try to all say as a team, and we try to know every week that we're going to do our best either way. It doesn't matter who we're facing. So going into Heritage, we prepare the same way. We're not going to take Heritage lightly just because of their record or anything like that.
What do you see on film, Colin, as an offensive line and as an offensive team, versus just War Eagle defense that you guys have to focus on, and you come on the road and then be able to leave 6-0 in conference?
On film, as an offensive line, we've been looking at their D-line, and we've been looking at what plays would work against that, and we just look at, certain players like the middle linebacker or maybe their DNs and try to find a gap in their defense and expose it.
Hey, I consider this to be one of the best offensive lines in the state and the best in the conference. The confidence that you guys exude week in and week out. I mean, you seem to be really dominant when you guys come out in that third quarter. What's been the key for you guys to be such a productive running game, from start to finish?
Well, as a team, as you said, we do better as the second half of the game goes on. And I think that's just because as the game goes on, we get more comfortable. And as soon as we're not, those nerves go away and we just play ball, that's the best team we can be.
I want you to describe something for me. Being able on reverse plays, you get to block for Isaiah Satania, your All-American wide receiver. I mean, what's that like, Colin, being in that position and seeing number one, be able to go by you and do what he does?
It's great. Multiple times this year we've had hard drives, and then just be able to know sometimes the drive will happen. It will be a play or two, or maybe even 3 plays long, just because that guy can just take the ball himself and really do whatever he wants with it.
Colin, from a senior, as you get into the season, I know we're heading into game 8 or game 9. What have you been so excited about your senior year as far as your game goes?
As a senior, as my game go, I really just want to be able to know that I left everything on the field. But especially as a team, I think we have something to prove this playoffs. And so I think I'm most excited for the playoffs as myself and as a team.
Last question, because I know I got to get back into the clubhouse. I want to thank you for taking time here on the pregame show to talk with us. But that final message, Colin, for those that are about to have a seat and watch it here on the Hill Media TV, or buy a ticket and take a seat in the stadium. What's that final message to the full Bulldog fan base from Big Colin Rayford?
I'll just say, well, we love y'all and we love all the support that y'all show every week, and that we do everything for us and y'all.
Well, Colin, thanks for taking time out with me, big fella. I look forward to being here in the box on the call. And you know them last words, from one dog to another. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Yeah.
That was Colin Rayford, offensive tackle for the Fayetteville Bulldogs. Hey, more dogs to talk to. You're watching the pregame show on the Hill Media TV.
Again, this is what it's all about right here. I played a bunch of these things like this, where everybody in the town's fired up. This is the best part. You guys are the show. You're the show. They didn't come to watch me call plays. They came to watch you guys do your thing.
And welcome back here on the pregame show. It's Fayetteville Heritage from War Eagle Stadium tonight, and I'm joined now on the pregame show by senior linebacker, Mr. Cade Fields. What's up, my man?
What's up?
Cade, coming into tonight's game, you guys come in 5-0 in the conference. On the road tonight, what's been the message as a football team heading in to tonight's ball game?
Well, we can't let this be. We can't let this be a slip up. You know what I'm saying? Just keep playing how we've been playing. Make sure it's not a upset. So,
as a defense, I mean, you guys have gotten better week in and week out. I mean, what is it that you guys have seen from this Heritage offense, Cade, this week that you guys have to focus on, that you can come on the road and get a conference win number 6?
Well, they do a lot of quick game. So, make sure we guard all those short routes. I think this is definitely an offense we can dominate. I'm not worried about it, but just make sure we take away those short routes, get the QB to elevate the ball, and we should be good.
How important is it, Cade, that you come on the road and start fast as a defense and as an entire football team? I mean, how important is that tonight?
I think that's just important so we can just get better at starting fast and everything. Because, I mean, our defense, there are some games we just shut out the whole game, and there's some games we started slow. So I think starting fast is pretty important just so we can carry that on to the next weeks in the playoffs.
Kay, what makes this season so much more different than what you've experienced as a Bulldog to this point?
Well, honestly, I mean, this season, coming off of last season, I feel like we definitely are proving a point, showing that we a great football team, and I think it's just now that we at the point we are in this season, just to not let the fire burn down, just keep going.
And last question, I gotta let you get back here. I have 2 questions. Before I let you get back in the clubhouse. When people think of this 2021 defense for the Fayetteville Bulldogs, Cade, what's the one word, the first word you want them to say when that defense comes to mind?
Probably just fast, explosive, dominant. I feel like once we get rolling, there's not many. I don't think there's a team in the state that could really score on us and move the ball against us. So I'd just say dominant.
And the last one before I let you get in the clubhouse, for those that are about to take a seat and watch the game here on the Hill Media TV, or buy a ticket and have a seat here in the stadium at War Eagle Stadium, what's that final word from Cade Fields to the Bulldog fan base?
Man, just get ready for this dub, one game at a time.
Well, my man, thanks for taking time here on the pregame show. You know it, from one dog to another. Okay, let's get it.
Let's get it.
That was senior outside linebacker Cade Fields. More Bulldogs. It's the Bulldog pregame show. We'll be back. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV.
That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we ask you to do. Notice I stopped the whole practice for that one thing. Go.
And welcome back to Bulldog Football here on the Hill Media TV. It's the pregame show, and I'm joined now to talk more Bulldogs with senior cornerback Tyreek Scott. What's up, my man?
How you doing, Pat?
Tyreek, tonight you guys travel here to take on the War Eagles of Heritage. I mean, what's been the message from the senior class, heading into a ball game that, maybe kind of hard to get up for considering, what you guys are playing for?
Say it again?
What's been the message, from this football team, all week heading into this ball game versus the Heritage War Eagles?
We've been trying to progress and make it through the season. I mean, we have a lot of talent on our team. It's just we got to put people in the right places, get people to click, and when we do that, we going for big things. Like, we're trying to go for the biggest thing possible. We're going for a state. We're trying to win that thing, baby.
Now, Tyreek, I know you and I back, in the before fall camp, we talked about you moving to the defensive back position. Had some receiver in your past, but got moved over for your senior year defensive back. Here, starting the conference season, my guy, you've been playing hellacious football on that side of the ball. I mean, what do you feel good about, to this point and going forward in your senior year?
I felt like as a cornerback, I just had to adjust to the position and, guarding Isaiah and Jalen, they're really good receivers. So they, help me grow every day. Every day we go against each other. They try to make me a better player just overall. So they just help me out a lot.
Tyreek, when you look at this Heritage offense from the defensive side, what have you guys been noticing all week that you have to take away from this offense so that you guys can come here on the road and then leave 6-0 in conference?
We take away their passing game, and we'll be set. We'll be set for the game.
Talking with Tyreek Scott, senior defensive back here on the pregame show on the Hill Media TV. Tyreek, I want to ask you a question. What makes this Bulldog season so much more different from any season, your freshman, sophomore, or junior year as a Bulldog, in your opinion?
I feel like we came together more as a team and started playing more as a team. I feel like we just got closer as a family. We learned, to trust each other, play each other, play our position, just trust our teammates, and we have that chemistry. If we have that chemistry, then we're gonna play every team like there are no other.
A few more questions before I let you get back in the clubhouse for tonight's matchup versus the Heritage War Eagles. But take me into that defense, that secondary room. Yourself, Braylon Palmer, Owen McComb, Jackson Taylor, Maxwell. And just tell me what you guys, each and every one of those guys, brings to that secondary that makes it so hard, to pass on.
We bring trust and belief.
I like
without
that.
Without them two things, but we're staying up. We trust each other. We believe in each other. They're Braylon and Owen, safeties, great leaders of the team. They lead our defense into anything. Jackson and Ryan, they're great corners. We keep each other up. If a bad play happens, we move on to the next. We just talk each other up and keep going and play after play.
Well, I got to let you get back into the clubhouse, Tyreek, for tonight's ball game. But the last message to those fans that might not be able to make it due to the weather, and they'll be sitting there watching the ball game here on the Hill Media TV, or they will be in the stadium about to buy a ticket and watch the ball game. What's that final message from senior defensive back Tyreek Scott to the Bulldog fan base?
I hope y'all love this show.
Well, my man, hey, get back into the clubhouse. I'm looking forward to being up here in the box on the call. Tyreek, from one dog to another, my final words. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
That was senior defensive back Tyreek Scott. Hey, one more Bulldog, the head dog himself, Casey Dick. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV.
Crashing the glass. Got it? Communicate, run the forward. Here we go. Oh, you ain't in the middle. The volleyball line. It's about focus. It's about coming out here and doing what we ask you to do. I hear some of you coaching, but I don't see a lot of
And welcome back to Bulldog Football. It's the pregame show here on the Hill Media TV as the third-ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs travel here tonight to take on the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. And I'm joined now by head dog himself, Coach Casey Dick. Casey, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, guys. As always, thanks for having us.
Tonight, conference matchup number 6, Casey. I mean, what's been the message to this football team heading into tonight's matchup versus Heritage on the road?
You know, it's just been the same thing that we've talked about all year. You know, these kids have really done a great job just with their preparation, and you know, not really concerned about who we're playing. You know, more concerned about what time and where, and then we'll put the ball down and go. And they've done a good job with that, with their mentality. You know, facing a lot of adversity and doing a lot of positive things. But that's just been their mentality, and I think they've done a great job with it all year.
Coach, some of the guys we've had on tonight, and, due to the conditions, it may be one of those nights where you have to run the football. Guys like Van Hook, Turner, Rayford, those guys on that offensive line. Talk about those, that part of this offense and how important and just, how dominant that they really have been throughout the season.
Well, I think when you look at them, first of all, it's a group that's had a lot of experience. Like a lot of our team, you look at those guys up there up front, there's a whole bunch of seniors, there's a whole bunch of experience, and then there's a bunch of leadership. And I think when you mix those three ingredients together, you've got a group of guys, that's been through the fire, that knows what to expect, but also knows how to go about their business. So that's a big thing for those guys is again, they've handled their business well, handled themselves, really well, and just come out every week, and they've done a great job. They just go out and play hard, know their assignments, and execute well.
From an offensive standpoint, when you look at this Heritage defense tonight, what is it that you guys really have to focus on and really emphasize so that you can come here on the road and head home 6-0 in conference?
Just being ourselves, not forcing anything, just taking what they give us. They're going to do a good job of trying to limit the big plays, like a lot of teams that we have this year have played against us, but we just got to be us. Don't force anything. Let those things come to us. Get the ball out there to our playmakers and let those guys go. We've got some special guys, out wide and up front that do a good job, and we just need to let those guys go play.
The thing that I really noticed, from this defense of you guys, Gabe Farrell and, guys like Stokenberry, JJ, and those guys don't get a lot of credit. But when you look at this Heritage offense, what is that you guys have to take up? But they got a big-time running back in Eli. But, what's the main focus tonight here on the road?
Yeah, it's just, I think, again, it goes along with the same thing those guys have been doing all year, is just being themselves. Our defensive staff and Coach Davis, Coach Britt, Coach Schick have just done a great job of preparing those guys every single week. And they've really bought into the mentality of, just put the ball down and let's go, which is what you want from a defense and what you want from a group that's led by a whole bunch of seniors. And, they just want to go play. They don't care what type of offense or, what the temperature is or anything like that. They just want to go play football. And like I said, that group has just been awesome over there and, really kind of been the big-time difference maker in our football team this year has been our defense.
Last message, Casey. I know I got to let you get back in the clubhouse and get prepared for tonight's road matchup here versus Heritage. But that final message for those that maybe due to the weather can't make it and they'll sit down and watch it here on the Hill Media TV, or they will come out, buy a ticket, and sit in the stands. What's the final message from the head dog to the Bulldog fan base?
you better bundle up. It's going to be a little chilly. But appreciate everybody obviously coming out and tuning in on the radio or at home or wherever you're at. We look forward to seeing everybody at home for the next week at senior night, but bundle up for this one. It'll be a little chilly.
Hey, Casey, good luck tonight. I look forward to being here in a very warm box doing tonight's broadcast. But from One Dog Coach, continued the success. And you know my final words. Let's get it.
Thank you, Pat.
And that's going to wrap up this side of the pregame show. Hey, I'll be joined next here in the box by my analyst, former Arkansas Razorback, former Green Bay Packer, the linebacker, Anthony Hicks. Bulldog football's up next. You've been watching the Bulldog pregame show on the Hill Media TV.
When you start from the bottom, you on the dream is the top. Set a goal to succeed and I wouldn't be stopped. Drop they on me, even counting me out. Like I ain't have me no hustle, like I need some clout. I say if they ain't involved, they don't want to see you win.
Where the Fayetteville Bulldogs travel, the third-ranked Bulldogs comes in 6-2, 5-0 in conference. I'm joined by, as I say, the former Razorback, the Packer, the linebacker, Anthony Hicks. What's up, fella?
What's going on, Pat?
Big night tonight, and what I mean by big night is another game where the Bulldogs could have somewhat of a letdown. But as you mentioned last weekend, you want this team to continue to play up at a high level. These are the types of games that you can do that in.
Oh, absolutely, Pat. This is the type of games that you can sharpen all of your offense, your defense, especially special teams. You can have a chance to take advantage of a lot more opportunities to kind of prepare yourself to go forward to get ready for the playoffs. Because this is part of the process to make sure we get number one seed. So we don't have to go nowhere until War Memorial.
Heritage comes in tonight, not the season. You know, when you and I talked in the preseason, we had a lot of high expectations for this football team. They've had some tough losses, not to Coach Hook's fans like it. I mean, start an entirely all-junior offensive line, and a running back is close to 1,000. What do they have to do to pull off this major upset?
Pat, they're going to do the same thing that everybody does against Fayetteville. They're going to try to attack the seams. They're going to try to run the ball a little bit and try to out-scheme us a little bit, but Fayetteville is going to impose their will. You know, I love Steve Hook fans. He and I go way back 30 years, and also Coach Wayne Mosley on the sideline up too, all Arkadelphia boys. So, hey, I just don't know, what he has, but I know he's going to have them ready to play. But I just want to see these Bulldogs from Fayetteville come out and just show out.
Well, we're going to take a real quick break, and then we got some football to get to. From Heritage High School, it's the Fayetteville Bulldogs trying to look to go to 6-0. You're about to watch Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV.
I am Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we're proud to be able to sponsor the Fayetteville Bulldogs for this upcoming season. We wish you guys the best of luck. Have a safe and happy and healthy football season. Go Dogs. Good luck, boys.
Perfect. On the campus of Heritage High School in Rogers, Arkansas, where the Heritage War Eagles are set to receive the kickoff. Fayetteville set to kick off. Start this ball game. McNair back deep to receive for the War Eagles. Anthony, you know my words. Let's get it. And there's a high kick. Will be fielded at the 1 yard line. Try to bring it back. Will not get it up to the 20 as he's going to be stopped just over the 15-yard line. They will spot it at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Heritage. Carter Hensley, the quarterback. Eli Craig, the featured running back, and that's the guy right there that Heritage, Anthony, they're going to try to get the ball to early and often in this ball game. As we stated earlier, Heritage, a predominantly all-junior offensive line led by big man up front, Hunter Seals. The give is to Craig. He'll pick up 3 on the play, get the ball up to the 18.
Fayetteville is coming out. Fayetteville is coming out on their base defense, and they're going to pretty much try to play base all night, unless Rogers Heritage starts moving the ball a lot more, and they're going to start eventually putting pressure. But they're going to try to play as much base as they possibly can tonight.
2nd and 8 for the War Eagles of Heritage as they'll break the huddle. Twins left. Single back. Hensley takes the snap. He's going to roll to the left side, looking. Complete. Brady Laird for the completion. That'll be a first down for Heritage. Yes, they'll move the ball up to their own 28-yard line.
He got inside of Mr. Caleb Fields. It's just like every team, every time we see it, every game, they go on that Caden Fields. So he could have a big game, if he has some opportunity to jump the routes. But we really do need to get pressure. They don't need to be 7-on-7 all night.
Twins left. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig is the single back. Motion. Here's the snap. The give is to Craig up the middle. He's going to make a man miss. Breaks it to the outside, and he's going to be brought down up around midfield.
Pat, like everybody else in college football, high school football.
Tyreek Scott on the stop.
Pat, if you run in a 3-man front, they're going to run the ball on you. And that is not indicative of what we're trying to do. I know we're trying to run base, but out of that 3-man front, that 3-3-5, which was originated by Joe Lee Dunn.
Rest his soul.
Bless his soul. But I'm telling you, Pat, the 3-man front, they're going to run on you. He's going to run on you in a 3-man front.
Brings up 1st and 10. Ball at the Heritage 49. 10-50 and counting in the first quarter. Hensley in the shotgun. Trips right. Hensley's going to keep it, and he's going to just get it over midfield. I think they'll give him about 2 on the play. Across, he'll get it into Fayetteville territory at the Bulldog 49-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 8. They're going to try to test to see if they can get some running lanes. I mean, it's always good early, but as the Dog defense, we've all seen, Anthony, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yes, Pat, they're going to take the air of the ball. The best thing for Rogers Heritage to do is keep the ball, is try to win the time of possession for the entire game. If they can win the time of possession, it could be a different ball game today.
Hensley, he'll take the snap, and there's going to be a
Offside
flag on the play.
Offside for Fayetteville. Tariq Scott lined up offside.
And they're going to get the Bulldogs offsides. We'll mark off 5. Make it 2nd and 3. That'll put the ball down at the Fayetteville 44-yard line. 2nd and short. 10 even to go here in the opening quarter. Here at Heritage High School in Rogers, Arkansas. War Eagles Stadium. Twins left. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig will be the single back. Motion. There's a snap. The give is to Craig, and he's going to be stopped for no gain, a loss of yards, maybe a loss of 1 on the play, back to the 45-yard line. I believe you could pick any Bulldog and give that to. I mean, it was all white. Brings up 3rd and 4 at the Fayetteville 45-yard line for Heritage on their opening drive of the ball game. Heritage will break the huddle. Twins right. Craig single back. Hensley will be in the shotgun. There's a snap. under pressure. He's going to throw it incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down, and I believe Luke Jansky applied the pressure from the linebacker position. Anthony, talk about that and why it was so successful there on third down.
Well, Pat, what we're doing is that they started running the ball on us on that three-man front. So we brought our linebackers down. We went man-to-man, but we got a flag right here, and I don't know if it's going to be on Fayetteville or it's going to
Looks
be.
like it's going to be on.
It's going to be a sideline warning.
Can see the white hat. Looks like he's talking to Coach Casey Dick on the side. Opposite us here at the box. Why is it always, Anthony, we seem to always have stoppage in play early in the game with some type of unknown penalty that we can't never get an explanation on?
Hey, Pat, I think it's a sideline warning. You know, we got to stay off the sidelines. Every game we play, especially in the 7A conference, Pat, it's going to be some opportunity.
Right.
So we just need to take advantage of it and hopefully put ourselves in a better position. Sideline warning, Fayetteville.
Sideline warning on the Bulldogs. How often do you see that call?
And then it gave him a third down again. So they make the call.
But as you say, Anthony, we know where we at.
You know where we are, Pat. So they get to replay third down.
Oh, my. We can't make this stuff up. You see on the camera. Let's go replay third down at the Bulldog 45-yard line. 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. First drive of the ball game. Hensley checking with the side, see what he can come up with.
They're going to start the play clock. Thank you.
Carter Hensley's a good athlete that makes good decisions and keeps the offense on schedule, Anthony. It's what, in talking to Coach Huck Finn, he feels about his young quarterback. Twins left. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig will be the single back. Motion right.
Call timeout.
And looks like they're going to call a timeout and talk about it. It's going to bring up 4th and 4, Anthony. Well, if you're Heritage, well, with the season that you've had, nothing to lose on this play if you decide to go for it. But if you don't get it, you give Fayetteville 55 yards of pay dirt with the offense that they have under Coach Jay Wilkerson. It could very quickly be 7-0, and then you find yourself from then on looking upward.
Pat, this playbook for me for Heritage would be wide open. I would bring out every trick of the trade and do everything I can to hype my team up. Because
right.
What do they have to lose, Pat?
Right. Senior night here for the Heritage War Eagles. It's always good. I remember this, those senior nights. You always like to get a monumental win on senior night if you can. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4 at the Bulldog 45-yard line, 8:38 to go. Twins right. Hensley's in the shotgun. Craig is the single back. Takes the snap.
Oh, wheel route.
Trying to hit the wheel route, and it's going to be incomplete. Talk about that, Anthony. Looks like the Dogs had that one smelled out from the onset.
Yes, Caden Fields played that very well. Just like everybody else, they go in at Caden, and he played it very well. Takes inside out on the running back, going around on the wheel right on the right side. Hey, great play. Now, Fayetteville gets the ball away with wonderful field position at the 45.
Dogs take over on downs, 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Espino single back. Twins left. Fike in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Little swing pass out. Looks like that's going to be, I believe, Hayes Robinson on the reception. Pick up a 5. Midfield. 4 wide. Lips. Swing pass complete to Cattell. He's going to make a man miss. He'll get it up to the 40-yard line. Nice piece of running there by DK. You know, that's the formation that we've starting to see a lot more. Not something that you've seen the past Fayetteville offenses do, but since Wilkerson's been in, I like that wrinkle. 4 wide. Fight. We'll swing to Espino. And he's
Christian Setzer.
Oh, Setzer. I'm sorry. Mr. Setzer, the sophomore. Hadn't seen him very much as we've got into conference play.
Hey, Pat, we got a lot of bullets over there, man. And, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to see him a lot in the next couple of years.
Loss of 3 on the play. The give up the middle to Espino. Straight ahead. He hits it hard.
No, that's Christian Setzer.
Setzer. Oh, I'm just wanting Espino in the game. They both are so short in stature. I guess I just need to look at the bowling ball. Little swing in the flat, complete to Satania. Man, all you have to do, Anthony, is get it to him in a small gap of space, and man, the big things could always happen with number 1.
I mean, Pat, they're in their zone coverage, and the numbers that Fayetteville is putting out, they're giving an 7, 8 yard cushion. I mean, just throw the ball, like just turn and throw the ball to the receiver.
Trips right. Fight. The give to Espino. Straight ahead, and he's going to pick up a huge gain down inside the Heritage 10.
First and goal.
First and goal for the Bulldogs early in the quarter on their initial drive. The give back to Espino. He'll plow straight ahead, and he's going to get it down around the 5-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 5, a gain of 2, a hard 2 yards. I like what Espino does inside the 10. When you get him in there, he's north and south, no hesitation at all.
No nonsense, no dancing back there.
4 wide. Espino single back, Fike in the shotgun. Ball at the Heritage 5-yard line. There's the snap. Little fade route in the corner.
Too much.
Slightly overthrown, intended for Hayes Robinson. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Dogs. You kind of want to see ground and pound in there and let that big offensive line, big experienced line,
play was wide open.
Do what they do.
He threw it. It was just not a good play.
Right. 3rd and 5. Little flip to Cattell around the left side. He'll turn it in. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Dylan Cattell with the 5-yard run. They ran that same play last week in their first score against Springdale. I mean, what is it about that play? And credit Grayson Bandy because he could have. I mean, he had a lot of space around that edge.
The numbers don't add up, Pat. I mean, there's not another person over there to make the tackle except for the free safety. And when you're down on the goal line, the free safety is in the end zone. It's going to be hard for him to get over.
The snap, the extra point is up, and the extra point is no good. So with 6:05 to go in the opening quarter, the Bulldogs lead it 6-0. We'll take a real quick break, and then we'll be back. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
It's started in 1973.
And we're back here at War Eagle Stadium as the Bulldogs set to kick off up 6-0. Kick will be fielded at the War Eagle 5. And he's going to get it up to almost. They're going to spot the ball at about the 20. They're going to spot at the 19. Not quite get it up to the 20. Good coverage. When you can keep an offense behind the 20-yard line when they start, I mean, you have to feel good for your defense in the initial snap.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I was Heritage, I'd let it go through the end zone every time and not, put my team in a position. But they see something on kickoff return, and that's why they're kicking it to the end zone.
First down, the Heritage 19. They'll break the huddle. Twins left. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig single back. The snap. He's going to pass it out in the flat, complete. And he's going to be bumped out of bounds by Jackson Taylor. Nice little play there in the flat. Ball was completed to Tillman McNair, junior wide receiver for the War Eagles. That's going to bring up a first down at the War Eagle 29. Craig, single back. Hensley in the shotgun. The gives to Craig over the left side. And looks like we're going to get a flag. I think they're going to get a holding penalty. I think the left tackle got caught holding Mr. Johnson. And you always seem to say with his moves and the way he's grown at that spot, a lot of tackles have had to do that to Mr. Johnson this season.
That man is very athletic. He can make a lot of plays. He's got better this year using his hands and getting off the block.
Right.
And that has been very critical for Fayetteville, especially throughout the whole conference season. J.J. Johnson has stepped up.
It's going to be a holding on the War Eagles. That'll back them up 10. That'll make it first and let's see where they spot the ball back at the 17-yard line of Heritage. First and 20. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Dogs up 6-0. Twins right. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig will be the single back. There's the give. Craig. And he's going to be stopped for a short gain. Caden Turner on the stop. He's just always around the ball. K9, perfect name for that dog.
Hey, man, he's a football player.
Oh, my God, is he a football player. Great family. Miss Naomi and Joe. They've got some more future dogs coming up. Sister and a little brother. You got to keep your eye out on Turners. They've got more Turners on the way. Brings up second and 21. Ball at the 18. Trips right. Hensley, single back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Under pressure. He's going to let it rip.
Oh, he caught it.
And it's going to be caught.
That's just making a play, Pat.
McNair, that's just like you said, a player making a play. You couldn't have covered it any better, Mr. Scott. Tyreek was right there.
And the free safety was over the top, and he just let the ball come to him instead of attacking the football. You have to attack the football.
Makes it 3rd down and 1.
I don't know what's going on, but Mr. Palmer is not in there right now.
Whoa.
So that was Mr. Nolan at free safety. But you have to attack the football. You cannot let the football come to you.
Twins right. Motion. Hensley takes the snap. He'll give it to Craig up the middle. And he's going to fight, just barely get enough for the Heritage first down. Hey, yards are real hard to come by when you're going between the tackle. Gabe Farrell, the senior nose guard, does not get enough credit. I think he's the most, the most underrated guy maybe on the defensive side in this conference.
That whole front D line, Pat, they've been through the storm, Pat. I mean, they paid some of the best offensive lines that you can get in high school, from Oklahoma and Arkansas. So those guys know how to play football. I'm just glad we got a second team that can give us some rest.
Ball at the Heritage 40-yard line. They'll come out, Twins right. I formation set. Hensley, he'll try to get around the left side on the scramble, and he's going to be stopped. Great stay-at-home play. I believe that is He'll bring up 2nd and 11. 2:57 to go. Twins right. Hensley takes the snap. He'll roll to the right side. He's looking. He's got a man open. Complete. Touchdown, Heritage. Just got a safety peeking into the backfield, and, I mean, Hensley has a nice arm. He can make those kind of throws.
Hey, Pat, I mean, they're going at our safeties. I mean, our safeties is not playing the defense. They're letting people get behind them, and, hey, Pat, I mean, that's what happens.
That's going to make the score 6-6 with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Heritage set to attempt the go-ahead extra point. There's a snap. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 2:40 to go here in the first quarter, Heritage takes the lead 7-6 over the Bulldogs. And, I mean, when you look at that play, quite obvious they were missing senior Braylon Palmer, which could be real big. I mean, you got to know Heritage is going to take advantage of some inexperience there when they get the chance. No, that was not Mr. Braylon Palmer.
No, that wasn't Palmer. That was our strong safety. I mean, that play was a rollout play to the right, and they brought a man from the opposite side across the field, and he just got behind the safety. And, I mean, we have to stay consistent, but also, too, Pat, we have to put pressure on the quarterback. We need to stop, laying up and doing what we always do in the first half, which is try to play base defense and not come out and just impose our will on people.
Right.
And that just gives people too much confidence. And now there's nowhere in the world that you would think we'd be 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game and we're down 7-6 to Heritage.
Right.
That's because we're not imposing our will. We're sitting back on defense and letting them do what they want to do.
Cattell back deep. Maxwell also back deep. There's a kick. It's going to be returnable. Cattell at the 1. He's going to bring it up, and he's going to get it just up to the 25-yard line, where the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 with 2 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Down 7-6 here at War Eagle Stadium. Hadn't seen Mr. Omar Murray in the ball game in the first 2 drives. Bulldogs come out 10 personnel. The give up the middle with Espino. Left side, he'll keep churning yards. The senior, he's going to pick up a first down across the 35 up to the 38-yard line. That offensive line, I mean, they can really have their way tonight if Fayetteville makes that commitment to really run the football.
Rogers is not going to get beat deep, but they're going to give up a lot on the run.
Fike the snap. He's still looking. He's got a man deep. Overthrown.
Well, they got beat deep right there, didn't they?
Satania, the intended receiver, and you don't see a ball outrun Isaiah on many occasions. Don't make a note of that. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 at Fayetteville 38-yard line. 2:12 to go in the opening quarter. 4 wide. Fight. He's got a man in the flat. Complete to Blackburn. He's going to be knocked out of bounds.
First down.
After a pickup. That'll make it the first down for the Bulldogs. Those flat routes, as you say all the time, Anthony, they're going to be open. Those little 5-yard take-what-you-give-me routes.
I mean, it's open every time. We can throw it every play.
Trips left. That's Fight. Swing pass out to Satania. He completes it. And Satania's going to get up around another Bulldog first down. Up to the 41-yard line of the Heritage War Eagles. This offense is in a real nice groove tonight. As you say, it's wide. The playbook wide open right now.
Yes, and Heritage they're going to take the air out of the ball. they're not going to be in any hurry. They want to keep Fayetteville's offense off the field.
Fight. Takes a snap. Little draw play in.
No, legal motion Fayetteville. Fayetteville jump.
Going to be Bulldogs. Will be called for the illegal motion. We'll back it up 5. That'll put it at the, I believe it'll be up back at the Heritage 46-yard line, 1st and 15. Just over a minute and a half to play in the opening quarter. Fayetteville, twins right. Fike in the shotgun, single back set. No swing pass over to Satania. Makes a man miss, still running. And he's going to be bumped out of bounds at the Heritage 36-yard line.
Heritage is going to call a timeout.
Bring up a 2nd and 4 on the play.
Yeah, Heritage is going to slow down. Fayetteville is picking up tempo, and Heritage is going to slow this down a little bit. They're going to call a timeout.
Well, we'll take a minute break, and then we'll be back with the score. Heritage leading it 7-6. You're watching Bulldog football.
This is what it's all about right here.
And we're back. 2nd and 4. 4 wide for Fayetteville. Fike, single back. In the shotgun set. Takes the snap. He's looking. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Fayetteville! Jalen Blackburn on the score. I mean, wide open. What a call. They set that one up by just being real aggressive running the football.
Yes, I mean, Heritage was going to cover 2, and we had twins on the right side, and the safety went with the inside guy on the post, and Jalen did a stop and go, and he was just wide open.
Blackburn is having an amazing senior year, Anthony. I mean, you talked about the work the young man put in the offseason, and you're definitely seeing that he and Satania, Robinson, and Cattell, they make for quite a problem for opposing defenses each and every Friday night.
Yeah, Pat, I don't know if there's another receiver corps in the state right now that can actually hold a candle to any one of those, to those guys. They have put up some video game type numbers this year.
Bulldogs leading it after the extra point was good, 13-7 with 1 minute and 22 seconds here in the first quarter. Nice crowd. Fayetteville with the band. As the Dogs will break the huddle. Up 13-7. War Eagles set to return. Really have been really impressed with the special teams of Fayetteville this season for the most part. The kick.
Yes.
And it's going to
go out of bounds.
Be a touchback. It's either a short return or no return. So the Dogs are really, having a lot of field position already for their defense when they get out, Anthony. I mean, you got to feel good about that. And this kicker was just recently added to the roster.
They kicked the ball out of bounds.
Oh!
They kicked the ball out of bounds, Pat. I mean, I don't know how they didn't see it.
Wow.
But Fayetteville did kick the ball out of bounds, so they will get
wow. I didn't see it. I thought it snuck inside that pylon.
No, it didn't.
But with all that said, Heritage will take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 1:22 to go in the quarter. Dogs really need to come out and play some lockdown defense to end this first quarter and get the ball back and start really establishing field position. Don't you think, eh?
Pat, that is the main thing we're trying to do. I mean, they're taking the air out of the ball. They're trying to run the ball. They're not really snapping the ball until they get down into 10 seconds, below 10 seconds on the play clock. So, I mean, we really do need to impose our will on these guys.
Hensley looking under pressure, and he's just going to throw it away. And what are they going to call on this? Looks like they're going to
call a holding call, Pat. Holding.
Think that they're going to get that on. Was that Bo Nolan, the junior?
No, that was number 17, Tariq.
Tariq Scott is going to get called. Looked like the receiver ran into T. Scott. But there's going to be an automatic first down. The third penalty on the Bulldogs early in this ball game. That's something Fayetteville's they're not known to be a high penalty team this year. I mean, they've been real clean playing from quarter to quarter.
I mean, Pat, we're trying to load up, because we know Heritage is going to run the ball. So we're doing man-to-man on the outsides on the receivers and kind of keeping the safeties over
right.
Kind of playing a cover two, but Pat, we're going to have to impose our will, because if not, this game is going to be real slow, and we're going to be here all night.
Another first down for Heritage by way of penalties. Ball will be at the Heritage 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Twins right. Craig, single back. Hensley in the shotgun. There's motion. The give is to Craig up the middle, and he'll fight his way for maybe 2 on the play. Looks like they're going to give him 3. A very generous 3 yards, extra yard on that. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Ball at the 48 of Heritage. Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Dogs up 13-7. It's not Braylon Palmer is in the game. Oh, Mr. Owen McComb.
Yeah, they got Palmer playing strong safety, and they got Nolan playing free safety. So
Twins left. Hensley. The snap. He'll roll to the left side under pressure.
There it is.
He's going to throw
it.
There it is. And it's going to be intercepted
Bo Nolan.
by Bo Nolan. The Bulldogs will take over. And that's some of that basketball in Mr. Nolan. He went up and, got it. And got it at a high point. That's how you're coached to do.
Yes, it is, Pat, but the ball was floated up because there was so much pressure. We actually bought a blitz this time and got pressure on the quarterback, and he put it up. But, Pat, we're going to have to impose our will on these guys. And let's score right here. Let's go right now. Let's go deep on them.
I tell you what, during this conference season, that Fayetteville secondary has definitely adopted the term a no-fly zone. Trips left. Fike in the shotgun. Got a man underneath. Complete Jackson. Hayes Robinson, he's going to make a man miss almost. One step away from Mr. Robinson. He's going to get it down to the Heritage 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Trips right. Fike in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Little swing pass over to Satania.
Oh, my God.
He's going to reverse field. And
came all the way back around.
Thought we was about to see it. Thought we were about to see it. Nice pursuit by the defense there of Heritage. That's going to end it here in the first quarter with the Bulldogs up 13-7. We'll be back here at War Eagle Stadium in a moment. You're watching Bulldog Football on the Hill Media TV.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Crashing the glass. Got it? Communicating on the floor. Here we go. Oh, you ain't even here. Right there. The volleyball line. It's about focus. It's about coming out here and doing what we ask you to do.
The snap. Espino up the middle. Still running. Oh, what a hole that was, Mr. Hicks. I mean, the offensive line, you cannot say enough about Bandy, Van Hook, Turner, Young, and Rayford, and Mr. T. Reed. I mean, that group up front, I mean, just getting it done night in and night out.
Yes, they are, Pat.
Twins right, Fike in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's got a man. And he's going to be dropped for a big loss. Maybe held the ball just a little bit too long, or that might have just slightly been a coverage sack.
No, Pat, I mean, the play was there. He didn't drop back at all. I mean, mostly on that play, he's kind of rolling out a little bit or stepping up in the pocket. They're not bringing anybody on the ends. They're pretty much bringing everybody up the middle to try to make sure he stays inside. He's going to have to see what he has open and take advantage of it.
Brings up 2nd and 21 at the Heritage 36-yard line. 4 wide, Fike in the shotgun. The snap. And he scrambles, gets away. Got a man over the middle and slightly thrown behind his intended receiver, Blackburn. Thought Blackburn should have just sat down there in that middle.
He didn't know the blatant play was going to run out to the right.
Right.
He was coming from the right.
Nice point. Nice point.
He tried to get an open position, but we got to make a play right here. It's 3rd and 21.
Brings up 3rd down. Bulldogs, 10 personnel. Fike in the shotgun. The snap. He's got a man open, complete to Satania. And Isaiah's going to get up close to the first down. I believe he's going to have the first down.
Off 3rd and 21, got the first down.
Nice route. And that's just the maturation and growth of Mr. Satania, knowing where the sticks is to be able to push that route and get enough just for the first down. And what a throw by Fike.
Yeah, Pat, I think it'll be hard for us to punt tonight.
First down.
Run.
They give to Setzer. He makes a man miss, and the sophomore with some nifty running, he'll get it down inside the 10, close to another Bulldog first down. I'm sorry. Now, Spino's going to check into the game. We know inside the 10
you know what's going to happen right now.
Who they're bringing. The give to Espino off the right side. He's going to fight for the first down. That's going to make it 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Fayetteville has yet to punt in this ball game. Hicks. A nice rhythm offensively. Wilkerson and the guys. First down at the. First and goal, ball at the 7-yard line of Heritage for the Bulldogs. 9:48 to go in the half. Dogs up 13-6. Twins left. They give to Espino. And he's going to get it down inside the 5. Oh, they're going to mark it at the 5. Pickup of 2 on the play. Fike in the shotgun, Twins. There's the give back to Espino up the middle, and he's going to continue to fight his way down to about the 2. This is about big boy football on this drive right here, Anthony. Just let the big boys do the work. 3rd and goal, ball. Little flip to Cattell. He's going to make a man miss, and he's going to get in for the touchdown on the second effort. Number 2 for DK on the night. just effort by the senior to get in that end zone. I mean, it was a great defensive play, but an even better play from the Fayetteville senior.
Yes, he had to break a tackle to get into the end zone right there. Number 94 made a good play for Heritage and almost had it, but Dylan Cattell just showed sure heart right there and got across the end zone.
Bulldogs set to attempt the extra point, which would bring it to 20-7. The snap, the kick, and the kick is good. So with 8:54 to go here before half, Fayetteville leading it 20-7. Anthony, I mean, you just got to talk about just Fayetteville offensively. I mean, 3 drives, 3 scores, and a very nice rhythm. They're able to run the football. They're able to pass the football. I mean, the only thing that they hadn't done is probably run a lineman pass or throw the ball to an offensive lineman. I mean, it's been a real nice flow and a very locked-in Bulldog offense.
Oh, yes, Pat. They're imposing their will. And, Pat, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Pat. We need to make sure we come out the second half with a running clock. And even if we don't come out with a running clock, I still want to give, Mr. Lindsey and a lot of the second string and third string guys an opportunity to kind of get into the game. And because if we have some injuries, Pat, it's going to be critical for us down in the end. So,
nice point.
I really, really want to see those guys get in the game.
Bulldogs set to kick off up here at War Eagle Stadium, 20-7, with 8 minutes and 54 seconds to go before the half. It's been all dogs. There's the kick. Little squib kick, and it's got
it back. Got it back. Let's go.
And the Bulldogs are going to recover.
Let's go.
And he's going
to
take it all the way up.
That's it.
Nice call there by that special teams. I mean, that's one thing about Fayetteville special teams, that there was a lot of problems over the last couple of years. They've just gotten better at it.
They're going to call it. They're not going to let them advance the ball. They're going to make sure that Fayetteville gets the ball back, but I don't know if they're going to literally let them advance the ball. But hey, man, I mean, great kick. I mean, those guys, their front line for Heritage, literally just turned their backs. And he kicked a perfect ball and hit that kid right in the back.
I'm going to tell you,
Anthony,
right
back to him.
There's going to come a time in the coming weeks as Fayetteville gets on the mark, special teams play will be really, really big. Dogs will take over.
That was crazy, Pat.
1st and 10.
That was crazy.
On the botched squib kick.
Yeah.
Cattell on the recovery for Fayetteville.
You know what's going to happen right here.
Dogs will break the huddle, and a Twins left right about now, and you send Mama, there goes that man deep.
Quiet. You know what's coming.
Leading the state. The young man is leading the state in receptions and touchdowns. I believe 58 catches right now. Fight the snap. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to scramble. I believe that should have been an incomplete pass, shouldn't it?
No, that was a lateral, Pat. That was a lateral.
It's going to be another loss.
Forward.
Kind of want to see your quarterback throw that one away and not take such a big loss. But it really doesn't matter.
And also, too, Heritage is getting pressure with their front seven. I mean, Pat, this first time we've seen fight with that, but they're bringing pressure up the middle, which is what normally most people don't do with us.
Right. Fayetteville, Twins left. 2nd and 10, ball at the Bulldog 45-yard line. 8 minutes and 14 seconds here in the half. Dogs leading it 20-7 here at War Eagle Stadium, and I'm not sure what's the conversation. Let's play a little football.
Incomplete pass.
They're going to call it an incomplete pass, which I thought Espino was slightly ahead of Fike on that pass by way of making it an incompleted pass. You got it right, White Hat. Take a bow. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, that happens.
We don't get many calls.
Hey, Pat, yes, we do. We get a lot of calls, Pat. Hey, man, I know you Bulldog, man, but we get a lot of calls.
Dogs, Twins left. Little flip to Satania. He's going to cut to the left side, and oh, my goodness. He's at the touchdown Bulldog. Mama, Mama. I said, Mama. There goes that man.
Hey, Pat,
Number 1 again for the touchdown.
Pat, I mean,
Woo!
everybody had an angle on that kid, and it didn't matter.
It was so fast, Anthony. I couldn't even say the yard marker. He blew out so quick right here in front of us. My goodness. That young man's got a future in football. That's going to make it 26-7. I believe that's touchdown pass number 30 for Mr. Bladen Fike on the year. When you consider the 2 flip touchdown passes to Cattell. He came into the game with 26 touchdown passes, ranked 4th in the state. I believe he's leading the conference. But at the same time, that was his 30th touchdown pass. And when you got guys like that, a little 6-yard can turn into a touchdown at any given moment, my man.
Yeah, Pat, he's special, Pat. And they getting ready. They just got all
Dogs are going for 2.
Yeah, they just got all sides on Heritage, and they're not going to take it on the kickoff. They're going to try to go for 2 to make up for this extra point on our first touchdown. So let's try to see what Espino does, or see if they throw it to Isaiah. The playbook is wide
I
open.
tell you what, Anthony, what I've seen from Fayetteville in this conference season, it goes all the way back really in that second half against Owasso, minus the North Little Rock game, as they'll get the 2-pointer to make the score 28-7. But outside of that game at North Little Rock, this offense, I tell you, minus Omar Murray tonight as well, and they still keep moving along. 8:20 to go here in the half, and the Bulldogs up comfortably, 28-7. It's been just all dogs. I mean, 4 drives, 4 scores, and yet hadn't been in a lot of third down situations as they were a week ago, Anthony.
No, they're not. They're playing a very good football game right now. I think the defense woke up a little bit when they let Rogers Heritage score. I don't think anybody in the state or in the nation thought Heritage was going to be up at the first quarter, 7-6 on us at one point in time. But that felt good for about 5 minutes for them. So Fayetteville has arrived.
Momentarily, we'll try to get some scores on other 7A West Conference games. Another squib kick, and it's going to be fielded this time by the War Eagles. No return at their own 32-yard line where the ball will be spotted with 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the half. Anthony, what's up around the conference?
Well, we got Springdale is at Benville tonight, and they're down 21-0 in the second quarter. We got Benville West is down at Southside right now, Forksville Southside. They're up 6-0 on Southside. Down in the Rogers is down at Harbor right now.
Oh.
And Rogers is up 21-7 on Harbor right now at Harbor.
Hey, you know, Anthony, when we did our preview show, those 2 schools, Demetrius and I can attest, they were bantering about that game as Craig breaks a long run up the middle, and he's going to be brought down by Tyreek Scott on the stop. Eli Craig, I like that young man.
Hey, he's running hard, Pat, and they're not going to quit. They're a completely different football team, Pat. They're tougher. They're more disciplined, and they don't make as many mistakes they used to make in the past. But right there, that was a counter OT play that everybody tries to run on us, and our linebacker didn't get under their pulling guard, and he has a lot of space.
With a big lead, you still want to see this football team finish, as you always talk about, Anthony, finish and go into the half feeling real good. The give around the right side to Craig. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Owen McComb.
Our lineman is going to have to use their hands to get off the block because they're going to hold on the outside, the tackles and the tackles on both on Heritage, but we need to use our hands and get off the blocks because, man, we don't need to let Mr. Craig get started.
I believe should be over 1,000 yards, and what a way to get it on senior night at home. I mean, congratulations to that young man. We had him on our preview show back in the fall, our media day show. What a great, great young man to talk to. Twins left. Hensley, single back. Craig. Hensley, a swing pass. Incomplete, and I think they're going to get Caden Turner on a roughing
15 yards personal
the quarterback.
Yeah, roughing the passer. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Pat. I mean, we giving teams like Rogers Heritage an opportunity to have some type of confidence because of our own self-inflicted opportunity. So that's not going to work.
Personal foul on the Bulldogs. We'll mark it off 15 yards. Yeah, you can't have those types of penalties. Make them earn yards. Ball will be at the Fayetteville 21-yard line with 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the half. Dogs up 28-7. First and 10. Twins left. Craig single back. Hensley is the shotgun. He's going to give it to Craig straight up the middle, and he'll go absolutely nowhere. Stopped there by a host of Bulldogs. Believe that was Gabe Farrell leading the charge. Big number 99 just clogs it up and makes things real difficult from guard to guard.
Hey, Pat, he's been so consistent all year and giving us an opportunity to be undefeated in conference. He's a very big part of the success of Fayetteville, of being hopefully getting the number 1 seed in 7A West this year.
2nd and 9, ball at the Fayetteville 20-yard line.
Come on.
Twins right. Hensley takes a snap. He's going to be under pressure.
Got him.
He's going to throw it.
Pick.
And let's see another interception for the Bulldogs. Byers on the interception for Fayetteville.
Pat,
I'm telling you, no fly zone.
If it was a good ball, he was burnt. Okay, he was toasting jam.
But you have to credit the pressure of Fayetteville.
Yeah, it was just a bad ball.
On Hensley, the quarterback.
It was a bad ball by the quarterback, and he floated it up, and the kid was able to run under it. But Eli Craig was wide open out of the backfield.
Right.
And that's another good play.
Bulldogs are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 6:06 to go here in the half.
Good play by Byers. Good play.
Twins left. Fike in the shotgun. Single back set. Takes the snap. He's going to look right. He's got a man. Incomplete. Intended for Blackburn.
It got tipped at the line, but
he was there.
Fayetteville was getting the ball out quick. So what they're telling them right now is stop with your rush and get your hands up so you can knock some balls down. We have to go over the top.
Twins left. Fight. Little swing pass over to Satania. He's going to get knocked out of bounds. A little extra. But he's going to pick up the first down.
It's a little wet out there, Pat. It's cold. It's wet. You know, it's been raining for the last 3 days, Pat. So
I believe Satania's gone over 100 yards already for the ball game with that reception. Swing pass to Cattell. He's going to get upfield for a nice short gain of maybe, I want to give him 3, maybe 4 on the play. He'll give him 3. Get it down to the Bulldog 36-yard line. Trips left. Fike in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Little screen play over there to Setzer.
Setzer, come on, Chris.
And he's going to get all the way across, up over midfield, down to the Heritage 46-yard line, I believe, where they're going to spot the ball.
I don't know if it's going to be on Fayetteville or not, but I think it's going to be on Fayetteville.
Oh, my. Late flag, it seems. The only ones that stopping Fayetteville offensively is Fayetteville. What's the call? See the officials, the white hat, conversing with a few of his crew members. What they're going to get?
I thought it was a dead ball personal foul, but I don't know. Dead ball personal foul or something like that, but I didn't think it was something. I mean, the official on the side threw his hat. He didn't throw his He didn't throw his flag. He threw a flag and he threw another hat. So blocking in the back by Fayetteville.
Spotted the foul.
And that was not a block in the back, Pat.
Wow.
The play was over. I don't know who that guy is over there, but he's trying to make a name for himself over there.
Come on. Let's go, Stripes. Wow. I did not see that. From our vantage point where we are in the box, Anthony, I did not see the block in the back.
No, Pat, it was
not a good call.
There. I mean, the guy, the DB literally turned his back to the lineman when the lineman was hitting him. So,
right.
Of course, it's going to be a block in the back when you turn your back to the lineman.
My. That'll make it 2nd down, 13. Ball at the Bulldog 33-yard line. 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Here in the half. Dogs up 28-7 over the Heritage War Eagles.
Let's go.
Twins left. Fike in the shotgun. Espino on the draw. And he's going to be brought down for a very short gain. Brings up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Ball at their own 31-yard line. Twins left. Fike in the shotgun. And that's going to be another penalty on the Bulldogs. Dogs with just a little loss of focus here as they've, jumped out to this 21-point lead.
I mean, Pat, I always say it, Pat. They always play down to the level of competition they play. I mean, you don't want to get caught up in something like this with Rogers Heritage. You want to, impose your will on this team, and that's what they've been doing, but they haven't played a very crisp game tonight.
Right. Twins left. Fike in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll make a man miss. Nice move.
Yeah. Hold it.
Still running.
Hold it. It's coming back. Good play, Blake.
And it's going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to come back. It's holding.
Nice piece of running there. How he got out of that jam there at midfield and broke it back to the right side. Nice footwork. Unfortunately, all that was for naught.
Yeah, he showed a lot of heart right there, Pat. But
I believe on the far side of the field there's a Heritage War Eagle.
No, Pat, I think it's going to be on Heritage.
And I believe that play is going to stand. Let's see here as they talk it over. If it does, what a nice piece of running by Mr. Bladen Fike. I think you're right. I think it is going to stand.
I think that play is probably going to be against Heritage.
Let's see what we got. It is going to stand. Do the white hat know what's going on?
Yeah, he does.
Can we get an explanation? It is a pass interference call. Fike, nice piece of work to get the first down, and he'll get it all the way down to the Heritage 36-yard line. Well, it'll be 1st and 10. Twins left. Bladen in the shotgun. The give to Espino off the left side, and he's going to get about.
Get up. Oh, no, he's hurt. God, 50, Pat.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah, he got rolled
Grayson Bandy.
Yeah, I know. I saw it right when it happened, man. And
the injured Bulldog.
He just could not get up, Pat. He got rolled up on real bad.
He's able to. Hope that young man will be okay. He's a real key part to that offensive line. I mean, really the anchor. As one of the guys that's played a lot of football. He and Mr. Davis Turner, they played a lot of football for the Dogs.
Yes, they have.
As he's going to get up of his own power.
It's an ankle, Pat. Those every one of those kids wear knee braces, so I don't think it's a knee. It's an ankle. So he just got rolled up on. Just want to see who's next up.
Like to see the young man go off of his own power. His replacement, it looks like, will be Mr. Shackelford. Will come in at the left tackle spot for the Bulldogs. Number 66. Bike. He's got a man in the flat.
God.
Short-armed it. Threw that one off the back foot.
Yeah, Pat, that's a hard play to throw all the way from the other hash to the other numbers. You know, from one hash to the right hash to the numbers on the left side. So he had to put that back foot down and actually, you know, put some little on that one.
Brings up 3rd and 8, ball at the Heritage 34-yard line, 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Bulldogs trips left. Fight. Takes a snap. He's got a man open, complete. And I believe that's going to be
Dylan Cattell.
Hayes Robinson.
No, Dylan Cattell.
Oh, was that Mr. Cattell?
Oh, yeah, it's Mr. Cattell.
Cattell on the reception across for another first down up across the Heritage 20 down to the 19-yard line. 4 wide. Fike takes the snap and give ahead to Espino up the middle, and Espino is going to rumble his way all the way down to the 11. A pickup of 8 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and short.
Boy, that offensive line is getting some great fits on that D-line.
Whoa.
And Espino is finding the hole, man, and it is right there.
Beauty. Swing pass.
Come on, Jay.
To Blackburn. And I believe he'll get enough for the first down. As you say, they're taking what the defense is giving, and in that flat route, those little short intermediate routes are going to be there all night.
I mean, Pat, they give you 8, 9, 10-yard cushions. I mean, you have to take exactly what the defense gives you. I mean, it's there, so you have to take advantage of it.
1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Trips left.
They got man-to-man coverage out here on the outside. We're going to see what they do with this.
Fight, takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to get outside, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play of 5. All the way back to the 12-yard line, loss of 3.
That was a design quarterback sneak. You know, and it didn't work out very well.
Brings up 2nd and goal. Ball at the Heritage 12 for Fayetteville. Fike in the shotgun. Swing to Isaiah. Satanya's going to get it inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line. Looks like he lost his footing there as he was getting ready to make his way to the orange.
Yeah, and it was a horse collar also, too. They didn't call it, but
yeah, horse collar.
He didn't get hurt.
Ball at the 2. The give to Espino. And he's going to fight his way all the way down. We'll give him about a yard on the play. He'll bring up 4th and goal. The Dogs are going to go for it. I like the call.
Yeah, but I want Mr. Caden Turner in the game right here.
Big K9 in the ball game.
Yeah, and they're not going to do it. I wish they would do it because this is a big.
You slam the door. 2 tight set to give to Espino.
He didn't get it, Pat. He didn't get it at all, Pat. They stopped him.
And he's not going to get it. Harris will take over on downs. Wow. Great defensive play and not such a great offensive play for the Bulldogs. Those you want to stick in.
No, Pat, that wasn't a great offensive play call. I'm gonna get on Wilkinson on that one.
Right.
That was his fault. You know, I'm sorry. They loading up 9, 10 men in the box, and you're trying to just keep pressing and keep pressing and keep pressing, and that's not going to work, man. You left points on the board. I mean, hopefully the defense steps up right here.
Ball at the Heritage inch line. First down. He'll try to sneak it out. Hensley on the sneak. Just trying to get it out of there. Hensley will get it up to about the 1, maybe the 2. Minute and 24 to go, and they're going to call a quick timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them, a little 30-second timeout. The score, Bulldogs 28, War Eagles 7. You're watching Bulldog football.
That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we ask you to do. Notice I stopped the whole practice for that one thing. Go.
Inside their own 5-yard line. Hensley under center. He's going to just try to throw it out of there. And that's going to be caught. Laird on the reception. And with our talk with Coach Hookfin, he mentioned Mr. Laird as the most consistent receiver that they've had this season. The senior. Two-way player for Fayetteville. For Heritage is Mr. Laird. He's made quite a few catches, some very athletic catches in the ball game tonight. Tough catches,
Pat,
I might add.
Hey, Pat, they might be down 28-7, Pat, but they are fighting their butts off, okay? They're not the same Rogers Heritage. Eventually, once they change the culture and get some more kids that's able to buy in, they have all the size, Pat. You look at it, Pat. They're 250, 260, 280 across the line. They have big kids.
Right.
They just need to have more participation, and it starts, with, hopefully administration will give him some time, because you're trying to change cultures and
right.
trying to change the way you do it. You can't do it in 2-3 years.
And when you think about it, your quarterback's a junior. Your entire offensive line, juniors. Defensive line is made up of 2 sophomores and a junior. Just a lot of youth, and as you say, it's going to take a little bit more time when you had a program, and no disrespect, but when you had a program such as Rogers Heritage, where maybe you don't have the resources at some other schools. Twins left, Hensley, shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looking, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Not understanding what he was doing on that one. As you said, maybe this. It looks like Heritage is trying to just get the ball out of the hands of Hensley before that Fayetteville pressure can get to him. Ball at the Heritage 22 with 1:05 to go. Before half, Dogs up 28-7 here at War Eagle Stadium. Trips right. Hensley, shotgun. Craig is a single back. He'll take the snap, rolling. He's going to be under pressure. He's looking. And real nice coverage there by Mr. Jackson Taylor. I tell you what, they've given up a few passes, but for the most part, this Fayetteville secondary, in particular in conference season, it's been real hard to complete a consistent amount of passes on that back end. Like I said, they've adopted that word, no-fly zone. But when you have seniors that's played a lot, Anthony, like you say, Mr. Palmer, McComb, Maxwell, those guys have been there and done that. Jackson Taylor, all that will have to play a part in it.
Should get an opportunity for a pick 6 right here, Pat.
Trips right, Hensley. He'll roll to the right side. He's going to throw it. And looks like it's going to be incomplete. Laird was the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. for the War Eagles with 55 seconds to go. Cattell will set up at midfield for the Bulldogs for the return.
Enough time to score right here, Pat. They got 3 timeouts left. Hopefully, they're going to try to drain the clock down a little bit. They started the clock early.
Right.
I don't know why.
Come on.
It was 3 seconds off the clock.
Come on. That's a snap. Almost blocked.
Come on, Dylan, go.
Cattell's going to feel it. He makes one man miss. He's going to get it still going at the 30. He's going up the right side. And he's still going, makes a man miss. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Dylan Cattell on the 52-yard punt return. It was all DK. And then at the end of the last 5 yards, more DK.
Pat, he's having the game of his life tonight, Pat. That's 3
touchdowns.
That's 3 right there.
For Mr. Cattell.
3 for Dylan Cattell right there.
What a return, and yet another special teams play for the Bulldogs. You make notes of all these little things that Fayetteville is starting to add to the arsenal as we get closer and closer to the state playoffs. That's going to make the score 34-7. Took all of...
They got 12. They got 13 people on the field, Pat.
14 seconds, Anthony, to score that touchdown.
8, 10. They got
offside on the Bulldogs. If there's one thing in the first half, I think that Coach Dick and that entire staff will talk to this team about, it's just penalties. That's been the one thing that's the only negative that you can see from the box that the Dogs have to correct in the second half and then going forward is you can't get penalized on Friday nights in the coming weeks.
And I think they're going to call that play on Rogers. Rogers was jumping in the neutral zone, so I think he kind of moved. But I don't know what they're going to call, man. They're spending wasting too much time right now.
Bulldogs up 34-7, 40 seconds to go here in the half.
On Rogers.
Fayetteville will get the football, I believe, to start the half. Whoa. This thing could be in a running clock here shortly. And the kick is good. So with 40 seconds to go here before half, the Bulldogs jump out even further over the Heritage War Eagles. 35-7. What do you look for, as you say, going in for the second half? I know, you don't expect to probably see the starters outside of when we come back, maybe 2 series for both the defense and offense. So what would be the message for the remainder of the game, Anthony? What are you actually, if you're a defensive or offensive coach, you want to see with this football team to finish out this ball game?
Honestly, Pat, consistency, and then also too, late in the third quarter and in fourth quarter, you want to see your backups get in, and I want to see Mr. Lindsey throw a touchdown pass. I know he's been throwing passes in JV and all that other stuff, Pat, but I'm tired of that. Okay,
right?
He's getting a chance to play, and he's getting some time now, and I want to see that offense work. So let it work.
Yeah, because he is the future of Fayetteville.
He's the future
at the quarterback spot. There's the kick. Will be fielded and will be dropped out of bounds at the 11-yard line of Heritage, where they'll take over with 39.6 to go in the half, down 35-7. It's been all Fayetteville. Outside of on defense, a little wheel route touchdown that they got, Fayetteville's pretty much played a solid game, minus the penalties.
Yes, Pat. They just a little bit of penalties. They came out a little bit lackadaisical. But, Pat, we are who we are, okay? We are the number 3 ranked team in the state for a reason. We can overcome penalties and opportunities and not scoring on that fourth down. It should have been a running clock start.
Right.
The third quarter.
Join us at halftime, a new feature, as we normally like to feature our senior Bulldogs, but tonight we're going to feature a young man that has taken over the tight end position, the tight end coach position. Started out as a GA. We had a chance to watch his growth in the press box, and he's moved down to the field Quentin Scofus. We'll talk to Coach and find out just what it means to coach at Fayetteville and what he's learned from head coach Casey Dick and offensive coordinator Jay Wilkerson, and get his description on what it's like to watch Isaiah Satania do what he does. All that's coming up at halftime. As we're going to tick it down, here at the half, Fayetteville leading it 35-7. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV.
Lindsay and Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay and Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we ask you to do. Notice I stopped the whole practice for that one thing. Go.
And welcome back to tonight's halftime show. Our feature tonight on the Bulldog halftime show here on the Hill Media TV is going to be with tight ends coach Quinn Scofus. Coach Scofus, welcome to the halftime show, my man.
Appreciate you having me, Pat J.
Quinn, you've been with the program 2 years, started as a GA and was recently promoted to the tight end position. I mean, while being at Fayetteville, what have you found out to be so unique about the Fayetteville Bulldog program?
Man, I think first and foremost, it's it's a mantra of ours. It's something we live by. It's family, man. It's different than what I've ever been around, but it's a family. It's a family mindset. It's a family environment. We're all in it together. We ride together. We die together.
Being so young in this profession, I mean, kind of has to be exciting to be able to be around offensive minds such as head coach Casey Dick, former Arkansas quarterback, and also, too, new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Jay Wilkerson. Talk about, just being around those guys, what you've been able to learn from an offensive standpoint, philosophy-wise.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Coach Wilk has been around the game forever, 20-plus years, been all over the place. He's a offensive guru to me, anyways. He's taught me more than I think I could ever imagine to have been taught. But he knows what he's doing more than most, and we're really happy to have him. Coach Dick too. He's got that background of being a Division I quarterback and seeing what other guys can't see, and having that knowledge of the game that a lot of other places can't offer.
Now, you were recently last year in the press box. I mean, what are some of the differences, if any, that you see from being able to drop down from the box and now you're able to be on the field? I mean, do you like that, or is it just football as usual?
It's always football as usual, but me personally being on the field, it's a lot more fun for me. I've got a good relationship with a lot of our players, and I'm able to talk to them a little bit more, and I understand where they're coming from, and them understand where I'm coming from, and just kind of keep them level-headed, keep them juiced up, and just have a presence out there. I think it helps a lot.
Now, Q, you got a little one, and you're just recently married here over a few years. Talk about Miss Scofus and that little one, and just the family environment for yourself.
I couldn't ask for a better supporting cast out of those two. My wife, she's at every game. She's cheering on. The one she can't make, she's watching online, and always really supportive of everything I've got going on, whether it's being at football for 10+ hours a day or being on the road, whatever the case may be. She's always there for me and understands and is always there when I get home.
How excited were you, Q, when Coach Dick did promote you up to the tight end coach when that vacancy came available? And then what is Coach Schofius, his philosophy as what he wants from that tight end position?
When I first talked to Coach Dick in the spring about moving over to tight ends, he wasn't very hesitant at all. I've got a good background and a good knowledge of that position. As far as where we're at as a position group, I tell those kids every day and twice on Friday nights, do your job. It's an unselfish position. You're down in the trenches a lot. It's not a position where you get a lot of glory like wide receiver, running back, or quarterback. We try to be all three of those things if we can, but ultimately it's do your job and worry about the rest after.
Quinn, talk about the growth of Bladen Fike. That young man went through a very disappointing and kind of not so fun experience to end the season last year in a state playoff game. He's come back and is having quite the season. I believe 4th in the state in passing, 20 some odd touchdowns. But just talk about his growth and how you guys as an offensive staff have been pleased with number 11.
Man, Fike he's a whole different person than he was last year. Like you said, wasn't the way anybody, especially him, wanted to end last year. But it happened. That's how the game goes. But the difference in the person he was last year and the man he's become this year is quite stark. He's grown up a lot. He's a good leader of our team. He knows what needs to be done on his end. And I couldn't be more proud of him. He's one of my guys out there, and he's done a real good job.
Talking with Coach Quinn Schofius here on the Halftime Show. He's our halftime feature, the Bulldog tight end coach. But I want you to describe, watching from the sideline, an Isaiah Satania run. I mean, that big-time run he had against Bentonville, we've seen him against Conway. But what's it like to have a player of Isaiah's ability on that side of the ball, Coach?
Man, it's just that track speed. It's different. That track speed's different. He's a rare breed. There's a reason he's going to run track and play football at Oregon, who's got one of the best track programs in the nation. He works hard at it, and seeing him being able to do so many different things with him and in ways that we get him the ball and to see what he does with it is just insane.
Coach, I've talked to a lot of the players, and they seem to think that this year is different. From a coaching standpoint, in your mind, what makes this Fayetteville football season of 2021 so much more different than what you've experienced since you've been on staff?
I think it's mainly maturity. We've got a bunch of seniors starting on both sides of the ball. A lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps before this year, guys that are used to it, know the challenge, and know what we have ahead of us, but not to get too far ahead of ourselves and just stay level-headed.
Well, last message here on the show, and I want to thank you, Coach, for joining us as our halftime feature. But for those fans, what's that last message to the Bulldog fan base from tight ends coach Quinn Schofius?
Man, y'all just watch out. We're going to do our job, and hopefully you guys can come out and see us on December 4th.
Well, Coach, hey, thanks for taking time out here on our halftime feature. Hey, my final words, from one dog to another. Let's get it. That was tight ends coach Quinn Schofius as our halftime feature. The young man's got quite a career in the coaching business, and Coach Dick and that offensive staff are very fortunate to have him on that side of the ball and in that program. But hey, we got much, much more on the halftime show. Our halftime show is brought to you by Lindsay & Associates, with an office location in Fayetteville, an office location also too in Rogers. Our halftime show is also brought to you by Storms Orthodontics. We'll be back with much, much more. It's the halftime show on the Hill Media TV.
TV Network.
Hey, do me one favor to my phone.
Crashing the glass. Got it? Communicate, run the floor. Here we go. Oh, you handed to me. Right there. The volleyball line. It's about focus. It's about coming out here and doing what we ask you to do. I hear some of you coaching But I don't see a lot of
This is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
This is what it's all about right here. I played a bunch of these things like this, where everybody in the town's fired up. This is the best part. You guys are the show. You're the show. They didn't come to watch me call plays. They came to watch you guys do your thing.
Lindsay and Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have two locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers, and we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay and Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Hey, welcome back. The Bulldogs here at War Eagle Stadium, up 35-7 at the half. I'm joined by my analyst. Real quick, we're going to summation of the first half. Anthony, what have you seen, and what have I seen? First, what have you seen?
Pat, ain't nothing to see, man. Rogers Heritage is just Rogers Heritage, man. I mean, I was talking to some of the people there, and I love their facilities. They have all the resources. They just don't have the kids, Pat. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean, they have two high schools. They split a lot of talent. They split a lot of opportunities, and they just don't have the kids. I mean, I do see a lot of improvement with them from a standpoint of toughness, being more disciplined, but they just have to get more kids, and that starts in the weight room. That starts with the parents,
Right.
having kids go out, and I think they have a pretty good future, but it's going to take some time. But I don't know in this society and in this conference if people are going to stick with them to give them a chance enough, because this is not a 2 or 3 year program. This is a 5-10 year program.
Right.
You need to stay with a coach that can actually create some culture and create some tough kids, because I don't he just don't have the kids.
When you look at Fayetteville, the thing that I see with this football team, 2 weeks ago, a very emotional home win against Bentonville. You go on the road against two lesser competitive teams, and that's no disrespect to either Springdale or Rogers, but like you said, Anthony, let's just face it. You always say that saying, I like it. It's the Jimmies and the Joes, not the X's and the O's. And I think that's what this has been. So what I've really been impressed, and I want to continue to see, is Fayetteville play smart football and cut down on the penalties. I mean, you look at last week's game and you look at tonight, that's been the one thing offensively and really on both sides of the football that you can kind of harp on is the penalties at the wrong times. Not a lot, but just enough to kind of keep this team focused.
And yes, Pat, that is about a part of it. But, Pat, I'm going to be honest with you, Pat. I want to see they'll come out these next two series and put up some points and get a running clock and, get at least our second team at least 2 or 3 series, an opportunity there, and I want to come back next week and beat the hell out of Harbor. I mean, I'm just sorry, man. I don't like Harbor. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like Harbor.
Speaking of Harbor, shout out. I want to get your take real quick. Harbor and Fayetteville in the state championship for volleyball. This is the third time both of these teams have played one another. A lot of great sets. I mean, what are you seeing in this matchup tomorrow in Hot Springs at 5 p.m.? How do you think that thing's going to play out? Because you had a daughter just in that situation a year ago. They're back, Anthony. And talk about what you expect from the Volley Dogs.
Well, just talk a little bit about Harbor. Harbor's 32-1. I mean, they have about 2 or 3, 4 kids on their team that's probably going to play college volleyball. This is their year. Kit Cooper is their leader over there, 6'5", going to San Diego State. Great family, great opportunity. But and you remember Miss Conley,
right.
Former, Fayetteville Bulldog.
Those storylines.
Yes. So and she used to be an assistant coach over there with Jessica Phelan. But Pat, it's going to be a knockdown drag-out, and every game that they played, even at Fayetteville and at Harbor, went 5 sets.
Right.
This is going to be a knockdown drag-out fight. It's hard to beat Fayetteville 3 times in a row, but Harbor has it, and you know what Fayetteville has? They have, Kennedy Phelan. They have
Florida State commit,
I
believe.
Yeah, Brooke Rotwell. They have. Reagan Hart, they have, Sydney Adams, and they have Sophie Snodgrass. They have a great team, and they are a championship team that's been there before.
Right.
So I'm going to be watching it to see exactly how it comes out, but it's going to be very interesting trying to see exactly how everything goes.
What makes 7A West volleyball so much more competitive than, say, throughout the state, Anthony? I mean, each and every year you're going to have the South Sides, the Fayettevilles, the Harbors, Bentonville. Those teams just each year in that top 5. But why is this conference so much more competitive in your opinion?
I mean, volleyball, Pat, now is the most participated sport in women's. Women, they participate in volleyball more than they do basketball, soccer, or any other sport. But also, too, your AAU programs. It's a 12-month, all-year-round sport, Pat. I mean, because these kids are going to be leaving here, and probably in the next couple of weeks, they're going to go into travel ball, and they're going to start playing AAU, and they're going to start playing with Ozark, and they're going to play with the NWA Storm, and they're going to play with, Fort Smith Juniors down at Fort Smith,
right.
And some of the other teams down at Greenwood. That's why Greenwood is always good. But, Pat, it's just about, the parents, putting the effort into the kids, the extra training, all the opportunities that they get, because a lot of people don't know all volleyball scholarships are full. Right. I mean, they're full football scholarships that you get, from participating in volleyball. But that's going to be a knockdown drag-out. I wish I can go tomorrow. I'm not going to have a chance to, but, man, Pat, I anticipate it being another 5-setter. But also, too, over on the Harbor side, you got, former Fayetteville High School.
Right.
Right. You got Kenley Hall over there.
Right.
You have
Family.
Jordan Bedford.
Family.
Yeah, man. But these are, everybody knows everybody, because
right.
we're at all of the volleyball tournaments in Oklahoma. And
I want to touch base with you on something you said, and with her success, I mean, how can you argue? But Jessica Phelan, you call her the Gino Auriemma of high school volleyball in this state. I mean, what makes Jessica that coach? Because, I mean, she has had an illustrious career with the Volley Dogs. Just seems like each and every year her program, since college, women to move on and play at the collegiate level.
I mean, Pat, I just heard a stat. Fayetteville has played in the finals 9 out of the last 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
I mean, what else can you ask for it? I mean,
wow.
finals of the 9 out of the last 10 years. She has 5 state championships. Pat, she's brought the same toughness to the Fayetteville program that she had when she was an All-American at Arkansas.
Right.
So they have a great organization. They have the best volleyball organization in up here, but you still have Harbor, you still have Bentonville, and those 3 schools, man, are always going to be competitive, man. But hey, Jessica Phelan, I used to call her, last year I was calling her Belichick. I was literally calling that to her face, and she was like, Belichick? I was like, yeah, you Bill Belichick. I said, because, me being a former athlete thinking that I know more than what the coaches know sometimes, I told her she knows volleyball, and you just do what you need to do because you are a winner. You're a state champion. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm just interested to see what, Kennedy and Brooke and the rest of that team and with those senior leaders like Sophie Snodgrass and Sydney Adams to see if they can get back-to-back.
Real quick before we get out here, the state champions tournament starts and the playoff starts for this high school football team, the Fayetteville Bulldogs. When we looked at this team, and you look out into the future, like you said, you got Harbor. They'll get a week off. As you anticipate, they'll get the 1 seed. Could this team be have a state championship run in them? I mean, where do you see this team going forward in the weeks to come?
Hey, Pat, it's going to be very interesting because I'm always interested to see what the teams down south and Central comes up and when they come up here. Because they play it a little bit different than football, a little bit more hard-nosed. Pat, it's really going to go through 3 teams. The 3 teams that the championship is going to go through is going to go through Bryan, it's going to go through Conway, it's going to go through Fayetteville. And a lot of people know it, and you have some chances with Bentonville and North Little Rock to make some,
Northside could be a sleeper, you think?
Northside could be a sleeper. It's Cabot, too. I mean, like I said, we haven't really played any of those teams.
Right.
The teams that we have played is Conway and North Little Rock. So, it's going to be very interesting, but one thing we need to do is control our own destiny by having home field advantage.
Right.
So if we get that number 1 seed, it's not gonna matter because I want to see anybody on our field, at any time. And please bring North Little Rock back up here so we can beat the hell out of them. I'm tired of that. That was the worst football game I've seen in Fayetteville play all year, and I've seen us get beat by Wasso, and we should have beat them.
Right.
We were an undefeated football team, and you could go back and look at 2 or 3 plays at every one of those games to kind of give us an opportunity to have the edge.
Well, hey, we're going to take a real quick break, and then when we come back on the other side, we'll have the third quarter. Once again, the score at the half from War Eagle Stadium, the third-ranked Fayetteville Bulldogs leading it 35-7. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers, and we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
I am Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we're proud to be able to sponsor the Fayetteville Bulldogs for this upcoming season. We wish you guys the best of luck. Have a safe and happy and healthy football season. Go Dogs. Good luck, boys.
Perfect. Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
Where everybody in the town's fired up. This is the best part. You guys are the show. Good show. They didn't come to watch me call plays. They came to watch you guys do your thing.
Hey guys, this is Pat Jenkins of On the Hill Media and voice of Fayetteville High Bulldogs Athletics. Make sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that's On the Hill Media. Make sure you hit the bell for all notifications. As we say, let's get it.
That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we ask you to do. Notice I stopped the whole practice for that one thing. Go.
No train.
When you start from the bottom, you're on the dream at the top. Set a goal to succeed and I wouldn't be stopped. Drop they on me, even counting me out. Like I ain't have me no hustle, like I need me some clout. I say if they ain't involved, they don't want to see you win. Success is the root to a lot of faith. Well, love's a new hate, but why do love to hate? I'm just trying to run me up a bag. Let me be great, say I can never understand how another man can hate another man just because of the man. Had the better plan to become a better man, to survive and provide and take care of his fam. The most slept on from a slept on state.
And we're back here at War Eagle Stadium, where Fayetteville set to receive. Dylan Cattell back deep for the Bulldogs. Ryan Maxwell also back deep for Fayetteville. As we get set for the start of the third quarter here in this 7A West matchup from War Eagle Stadium. There's the kick.
Oh, we got a return.
Returnable kick.
Maxwell. Come back out.
Will field it. He'll take it up the middle.
Let's go.
He's going to make a man miss and get all the way down past midfield. Nice return by Maxwell. And that's just another weapon.
We got a flag on the play. I don't know if it's a face mask or something. But it shouldn't be a block in the back. It should be a face mask.
Looks like when it's in that area, it's going to be on the defense. The Bulldogs will take over.
Yep, face mask.
And they'll tack on 15 more, I believe. That will take the ball all the way down inside the Heritage. Or are they not going to tack it on? I've never seen a face mask penalty where you didn't move.
Oh, he's going to move. He's going to walk up. He's going to walk.
I believe that's going to be 15. So that's
5.
5 yards. That's going to take it all the way down to the 42-yard line where the Bulldogs will set up fight.
Come on, Hayes.
Hayes Robinson over the middle. And Robinson's going to get down inside the 30, down to about the 29-yard line. Well, that'll be enough for a Bulldog first down.
Pat, they're trying to play a cover 2 right now. They're trying to put that outside safety that's over the top of Isaiah on his side, and they're trying to put the other people over there. So Hayes in that 3 tight is wide open right in the middle.
5 wide. Empty backfield. Fike in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's got a lot of time. Survey's got a man open.
Dylan.
Complete. Dylan Cattell. As he's going to be down inside the 10-yard line on the completion. Ball down to the 8-yard line. Pickup of 20 on the play. Brings up 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Twins left. Single back sec. Fight in the shotgun. The give to Espino, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play.
I mean, Pat, it's obvious what you're going to do when you put this kid in the game. I mean, do something else, okay, please. I mean, they're just 10 off on
right, they do load the box up.
I mean, they loading the box, Pat. I mean, there's no reason to keep running these plays, and you're wasting time on the clock.
4 wide, single back, Fight. Takes the snap.
Thank
He's
you.
Looking.
Oh.
Incomplete. Tried to get Blackburn on the little post route on the inside receiver.
Yeah, Pat, they're running into the coverage. They have a lazy cover 2 zone back there that they're just trying to see if Bladen Fike's going to make a mistake and throw him the ball. But if he just waits and they hold the block a little bit, somebody's going to come wide open.
4 wide. Fike in the shotgun. 3rd and 10. Ball on the 10-yard line. The snap.
There it is.
Man,
and
throws it behind the intended receiver.
And he's trying to say, it was, he should have went out some more. Now you're throwing it behind him.
It was a
I
flat.
mean, they brought a blitz anyway, Pat. So, he was trying to get the ball out quicker than what it is, and the running back wasn't expected.
Bulldogs are going to go for it. 4th and goal, ball on the 10. 10.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dogs up 35-7.
Second, 4th and goal of the game, Pat.
4 wide. The snap. Little screen play.
Isaiah.
To Satania for the touchdown, Bulldogs.
Easy. So
beautiful call.
So why do you keep running the ball? When you can do that.
That's going to be touchdown reception number 13 for Mr. Satania. Oh, did I hear you say something?
Quite quiet. I want to say Woo Pig Suey.
Touchdown reception number 13 on the season for Isaiah Satania with the extra point up. And good. So with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the 3rd period.
Running clock.
The Dogs up 42-7, and officially it's official. Anthony. Officially it's official.
Let's see. Let's see exactly what the official says. Yep.
As the running clock has been implemented in tonight's ball game. Fayetteville hadn't punted at all in this ball game. It's been every drive results in 6 points.
Absolutely.
Except for one drive. Bulldogs set to kick off with 10 minutes and 25 seconds to go. 42-7. And it's kind of difficult to play a team that offensively can put up 40-plus night in and night out. I mean, that has to be a lot of stress if you're a defensive staff preparing for a team like Fayetteville.
Absolutely, Pat. That's anybody in the state, Pat. When you're looking at a team like Fayetteville with all the bullets that you have right now. But, Pat, it's just what it is.
Speaking of bullets, what state bullets can we figure out? 7A West, Harbor, Rogers. What's going on down there?
Well, the only game I'm really concerned about, man, is Harbor and Rogers, and that game is 21-7 right now. Rogers is up on Harbor right now. Fayetteville, our score. Bentonville West is up 12-0 on Southside. Springdale is down 35-0 at Bentonville.
Oh.
You got Catholic Conway has Conway at home, and Catholic, it's getting a dog bit of them 35-0.
What's the Hornets of Bryant up to?
Bryant and North Little Rock is playing tonight. The score 17-6, North Little Rock.
Oh.
Bryant. Ooh, that was a holding.
Craig off the left side. He's going to get it up around just over the 30-yard line, down around the 32-yard line. Pick up a 12 on the play. That will be a War Eagle first down. I really like that young man, Mr. Eli Craig. I like the way the young man plays. And as you said, Anthony, I agree with you. I mean, you like the constant competitiveness. Even with the score and this being a running clock, this Heritage football team still continues to play a very purposeful ball game.
Yeah, they could have opportunity to score right here, Pat. We got all our backups in the game right now.
Hensley's going to keep it. He's going to fight his way up to about the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 6 on the play. Bring it 2nd and 4. They'll give him 7 on the play. Ball at the 38-yard line. Hensley in the shotgun. Twins right. Single back. There's the motion. Give up the middles to Craig. And he's going to pick up just enough for the first down. Pick up of about 4 on the play. That'll get it up to about the 43-yard line of Heritage. Just want to see the twos on defense get off the field and then see, like you said, Anthony, see what you have in the future and what, if you have an unfortunate injury with your starters, who could be some of those guys you can count on? Trips right. Hensley. They give up the middles to Craig. He's going to be stopped for about maybe 4 up to about the 47-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6 on the play. Ball at the 47 of the War Eagles. Down 42-7 to the 3rd-ranked Bulldogs. Twin, Hensley. He'll give it off to Craig on the left side. He'll cut it up for maybe a pickup of 2 on the play. Get it up to about the 49. Bring up 3rd and 4. Third down. Ball at the 49. Hensley. A little swing pass out in the flat. And it's going to be a nice stop. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. Bo Nolan on the stop for Fayetteville. Nolan's going to be a good safety. The future's bright back there in that secondary as well. A lot of good players for this Bulldog football team. Just need the snaps, the reps, and things of that nature, Anthony. Hensley. The give to Craig off the left side. He's going to pick up the first down to the Bulldog 45-yard line. Trips. Twins left. Hensley's in the shotgun. Craig is the single back. Hensley. He's going to be under pressure. Complete. As Bo Nolan on the stop.
He took a lick right there.
Hey, that Hensley kid's taking a lot of shots. He's been under a lot of stress, but stands in there and continues to make some pretty on-point throws. Ball down at the Fayetteville 34-yard line. 5.5 to go. Dogs up 42-7. Twins left for the War Eagles. Hensley in the shotgun. Craig single back. Takes a snap. He's going to roll left. Under pressure.
Oh!
Almost picked off.
Brings up second down at the Fayetteville 34 for Heritage. 4:53 and counting in the third quarter. Running clock is in place for this ball game. Hensley.
Wheel route.
Here it comes. And it's going to be complete. If Mr. Williams sits on that, he could have took that back the other way. Brings up another War Eagle first down. Ball at the Fayetteville 23-yard line. Twins left. Single back, Hensley. The give to Craig. He'll slash off the right side. Get it down around the 20. Maybe a pickup of 3 on the play. Dogs rotating their front. Ball at the Bulldog 20-yard line. 2nd and 7. Twins left. Craig single back. Hensley takes the snap. Little quick play out in the flat. It's going to be complete, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bo Nolan and C.J. Williams. They're going to get Shepard on the. Tillman was the receiver. Made the catch for Heritage. Ball down at the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Or a long one, we'll call it. Twins right, single back, Hensley. The give to Craig off the right side. He's going to cut all the way down, get inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line of Fayetteville. Just a real methodical drive by Heritage. I mean, making the plays and just keeping the chains moving, Anthony. 2.5 to go. Ball at the Bulldog 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Twins left. Craig single back. Hensley in the shotgun. There's the motion. The give to Craig up the middle, and he's going to be stopped. He's going to get down he's going to get about 2.5 down to the inch line. Bring up 2nd and goal. Higgins on the stop. Nope.
They're going to go Wildcat right here with Mr. Eli Craig. Watch this.
2nd and goal. Ball at the 1. 2 tight set. Hensley. High snap as Craig, as you called it. Touchdown, War Eagles. Eli Craig with the 1-yard run. That's going to make the score 42-13, Fayetteville. And that's what we talked about. You want to see how the twos would respond, Anthony, for the remainder of this ball game. Heritage set to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 1:12 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Fayetteville leads it over the Heritage War Eagles, 42-14. Got to get a better effort out of that second team defense. But like you said, Ed, I mean, that's what we want to see. A couple of big plays, a couple of nice throws by Mr. Hensley, the junior quarterback, and just effort by Heritage to go down the field and get points on the board.
In fact, they're not doing anything extravagant. They're just running the ball down their throat, and it's Jimmy's and Joe's and X's and O's, and our guys has to step up. I mean, this is the future. This is showing us what we're going to be able to look for next year. And,
Right.
We were saying the same thing last year, worrying about the seniors and worried about who was going to step up and who was going to do what. So, I mean, I'm still curious to see what we have going forward, but we have to make some. We
Nice
have
point.
to. We have to see what these guys got going, for the third quarter. I can't wait to see Mr. Lindsey.
As Heritage set to kick off. Believe that is C.J. Williams back deep.
No, Mr. Maxwell.
Maxwell. Oh, they've taken out Cattell. Little squib kick. Fielded by the Bulldogs.
Haynes.
Will be returned.
Well, you're going to get knocked out.
Up to about the 37.
You tiptoeing through there, man. You're going to get knocked out.
What a hit.
You
gotta go. You got to go.
Man,
There's no room for tippy-toeing in football.
Shoot, man. Cut all that mess out.
That was a nice shot by the defender on the kicking team. Real nice tackle. Drake Lindsey will check into the ball game. Bulldogs and Twins left. Lindsey in the shotgun. And looks like we're going to get an offside penalty on the War Eagles of Heritage. We're curious to see. And that will be an offsides penalty on the War Eagles. Mark off 5 yards. Will bring up 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs. Up to the Fayetteville 42-yard line. Lindsey with the snap. The give. Straight ahead. Harjo on the snap in the carry. As that's going to end it at the end of 3 here at War Eagles Stadium. The score, Fayetteville 42 and the War Eagles of Heritage 14. We'll take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back with the final quarter. You're watching Bulldog football on the Hill Media TV.
Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsey & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
That's the difference between being able to play varsity basketball someday is being able to listen and do exactly what we have.
Back here at War Eagle Stadium, Lindsey with the snap over the middle. Pass is complete. Lindsey with his first completion for the first down. Bulldogs will come out. Twins left. Lindsey in the shotgun. Harshaw will be the single back. The snap. Pass over in the flat. Complete.
Why you stop running? Run, man.
Makes it 2nd and 3 on the play. A pickup of 7 down to the Heritage 46-yard line. Bulldogs trips right. Lindsey in the shotgun. Single back set. He'll take the snap. The give. Makes a man miss. Gets to the second level. Woo! Shepard on the carry.
for the first down. J.J. Shepard, that's his first varsity carry. Pickup of 11. Down to the 36-yard line. 4 wide. Lindsey in the shotgun. Shepard will be the single back. Takes it. Little swing pass over in the flat. Complete. Makes a man miss. And he's going to get down to the Heritage 25-yard line for another first down for the Bulldogs. I like the flow this week, considering, it seems like Lindsey's a little bit more relaxed in this ball game.
No, they calling plays for him, Pat. I mean,
good point.
Hell, last week they just wanted to just give the ball to just running it.
Good point. Now they're letting him be a quarterback,
give
you'd
him the
say.
ball, man. I mean, let him run the offense, man.
Twins right. Shepard single back. Lindsey in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking.
There it is.
He's got a man. Oh! Almost dropped it in the bucket. Almost. Pretty good pass there by Mr. Lindsey.
Yes, it was, Pat, and they need some help over there. They got a kid that's hurt over there. He slipped on the Fayetteville flags that's sitting on the sideline. That should be on the track. They shouldn't even be on the field. I don't know why those flags are sitting on the field, but he slipped on those
Fayetteville or a
flags.
Heritage
He's hurt,
defender?
man.
Is that a Fayetteville or a Heritage?
That's Heritage kids. It's their free safety number 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he slipped on those Fayetteville pads. So hopefully it's just a cramp, and it's not anything else because,
Would be Brady Laird.
Yeah.
Hey, he's had a game.
Yes, he has.
This young man has played exceptional
He's done
tonight.
everything. And Pat, he's trying.
Right.
He's working hard. He's still trying to get it. And that, I just love the fight that these kids are showing right now. I just hope they get better opportunities going forward.
This senior class has next week, they will be enjoying senior night. For you fans and people that hadn't had a chance to see this team play, come out and support them. They represent the city of Fayetteville. They're going for history next Friday, Anthony. No team at Fayetteville High School in our football program has won an outright conference championship without sharing the championship since 1963. The Dogs are up for some major history with this football program. So come out, fill the seats. If you played at Fayetteville, went to Fayetteville, come out and support
And I don't know
this
when
high
the
school
last time
football
they've
team.
been undefeated in the conference.
It's been a while.
No, I mean
1963, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Lindsey, you got a man open, complete in the flat, up around the.
He dropped it. He's scared to get hit. I'm
Incomplete.
sorry.
Wasn't able to get that toe down.
I mean, Pat, he's just scared to get hit, man. I mean, he running timid right now, and he took it. Catch the ball, man.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10, ball at the Heritage 25-yard line for the Bulldogs. 8 minutes to go, a little over 8 minutes. Twins right, Lindsey in the shotgun, Shepard single back. Drake takes the snap. Drops back. He's going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play. That pocket just collapsed by the Heritage defensive line. We've got an injured Bulldog down. Looks like that's a Fayetteville lineman. What?
Number 79.
Number 79? Or a big 76? Hopefully that young man will be able to walk off of his own power. 42-14 Fayetteville with 8:29 to go in the ball game. Bulldogs will advance to 7-2 on the year. They'll go to 6-0 in the conference. Once again, we'll be at home next week going for an undefeated conference season, an outright unshared conference title since last time, 1963. And it will be senior night in Fayetteville. Pre-game will go on at 6:05, followed by the play-by-play with Anthony and myself in the box at 7 p.m. Once again, if you're not doing anything next weekend, come out to Harmon Field and support these young men. They're going for history. Like I said, it's been a long time since this program at Fayetteville, and they've had a lot of good teams, Anthony, which when you say that 1963, the first outright unshared conference title, I mean, a lot of state championship teams, the era with Dre Greenlaws, the
Allen boys.
The Allen boys. I mean, Byers, Taylor Powell. When you think about that's incredible.
And that's what I'm saying. They're making history, and they're really showing up doing what they're supposed to do. And, Pat, honestly, we could say this could have been an undefeated team. It probably should have been an undefeated team.
Right.
But, Pat, this is a pretty good football team. This is probably going down as the best football team in Fayetteville history if they win it.
Twins right, Lindsey in the shotgun. Shepard, I believe, will be the single back. 4th and 15. Lindsey takes the snap.
Go.
He's going to. My, they're going to get a pass interference.
Yeah. On 4th down, too, Pat.
Lindsey put that on the rope. That was a nice pass. I mean, that's all the cornerback could do was interference. Had he not done that, Anthony, that's a first down. I mean, hey. Mr. Drake showing some arm talent. Those are some frozen ropes that we've seen on a couple of throws.
Yeah, Pat, I'm feeling real good about that. Ooh. This is the first time we had a chance to see him, Pat.
Absolutely.
It's 9 games in a year.
Absolutely. Young man's got a future at quarterback. For the future at quarterback, we now know under Jay Wilkerson with Lindsey and the guys, hey, the future's going to be bright once Mr. Fike decides to leave. Hopefully for a college opportunity at the next level.
Pat, I'm predicting about 10 of them will go to college, play football. It'll probably be more than that, hopefully.
4 wide. Ball at the Heritage, 15-yard line. Lindsey takes the snap, little swing pass in the flat. Complete.
Run.
Makes a man miss. Still running.
That boy taking some hits, Pat, that he shouldn't take if he just runs.
Pick up of about 4 on the play. He is taking some.
Unwanted hits. He's going to have a headache, man. He better get his butt on the sideline.
Brings up 2nd and 6. Ball at the Heritage 11-yard line. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Trips right. Lindsey in the shotgun. Single back set.
You see him.
The give to Harjo. He's going to cut. It's going to be a flag
holding
on the play.
Yeah, Harjo is running straight up and down, Pat. He's not getting his pad level down. He's just up and down. You got to hit the hole, man. You can't tiptoe through the hole. And he's a big, good-looking kid, Pat.
Right.
But he's tiptoeing through the hole. And
you want Drake to get it in. You want Drake to take this second team in the end zone, don't you? You want to see the sophomore quarterback get that touchdown, drive. It's going to be a holding call on the Bulldogs. If there has been one negative, Anthony, in this ball game, the penalties. A lot of uncharacteristic penalties in tonight's ball game. Bulldogs at the 16. No, I'm sorry. Lindsey takes a snap. He's got a man over the middle, complete. They'll get it inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Third down. Like to see Lindsey get that second unit in the end zone as they'll break the huddle. Trips left. Single back. Drake is in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll float one, and looks like it was miscommunication, quarterback and receiver. I think Lindsey was expecting the out route, and the intended receiver ran the end cut.
Yeah, but Pat, the kid is set up on the outside. It's an option route when the kid went inside like he was supposed to. You got to see where the guy's set up.
Fayetteville will go for it.
No, they're going to kick a field goal.
Oh, man. I'm starting to be like you. I want the touchdown.
Pat, they got to call a timeout, Pat, because they got 15 people on the field right now.
A lot of confusion. 10 on the play clock and counting. And the Bulldogs are going to get a timeout. Lots of confusion on that play right there. I would like to see the Dogs go for it. Five minutes to go here in the ball game. Dogs up 42-14. Once again, Fayetteville will move on to 7-2 on the season, 6-0 in the conference, as they'll be set to clinch it outright at home next week at Harmon Field on senior night, as they'll host the Harbor Wildcats in the conference season finale. Like I said, if you had get a chance to come out next week, don't have anything to do, come out and watch these Bulldogs. Ranked third in the state. As I agree with Mr. Hicks, this team should be undefeated. But yeah, if you're not doing anything, come out and support these kids. Dogs set. The kick is up. Looks like it's going to be no good on the attempt, as Heritage will take over, 1st and 10 at the War Eagle 20-yard line. Would have much rather seen that team go for it on 4th down. Heritage will take over, 1st and 10 at the War Eagle 20, 4 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Can the Bulldog defense get a stop here with some of the subs? There's the jet sweep, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain. He'll get it up to probably about the 22-yard line. Pickup of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Heritage trying to take a lot of time off the clock and try to end this, keep it as low as possible. Twins left. Single back. Takes the snap. Good give, and he's going to be stopped. Fumble! And Fayetteville, I believe, will recover. That's what you wanted the second team defense to do. They read the play, tried to get it to Craig off the right side, but that left side end and tackle, they beat their man and made a great play for the Bulldogs. Dogs will take over at the Heritage 20-yard line with 3:48 to go. Lindsey will bring his Bulldogs out. Let's see if we can get in the end zone on this one. 20 yards away. 1st and 10, Fayetteville. They're going to break the huddle. Twins right. Is the clocks.
Yeah, we got to get that second string, third string O-line in the weight room a little bit.
Lindsey in the shotgun. The gives to Harjo. He cuts back, makes a man miss. Still running, and he's going to get it down to the 10-yard line. Nice run by the young man. Still a little unsure, but he'll get it down for the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs of Fayetteville as they're knocking on the door. Twins right. Harjo, single back. Lindsey in the shotgun for the Bulldogs. He'll take the snap. Lindsey's looking. He's going to scramble.
Nope.
And he's going to be.
He fumbled, Pat.
I believe there's going to be a fumble on the play.
He fumbled.
Believe the Bulldogs got it back.
No, they didn't.
As Heritage will take over. As Lindsey's going to be charged with the fumble. Two plays. And the War Eagles will take possession back over. Ball security. 2:30 and counting in the ball game. The snap. He'll throw it. Looking. Complete. Nice catch by the Heritage wide receiver. Baxley on the reception for the War Eagles of Heritage. All the way down to the Fayetteville 47-yard line. Twins right. Hensley in the shotgun. They give off the right side to Craig. Trying to get around the right side. He's going to be brought down. He's not down. Still running. As the Dogs continue to sub in. 1:26 and counting. Ball at the 37 of Fayetteville. Twins left. Hensley. Craig single back. Hensley's going to take the snap. He's looking. Going deep. And it's going to be incomplete. Boy Klein. The DB on the coverage for Fayetteville. 1:02 to go in the ball game. 42-14 Fayetteville. Dog bones, I'll give them out real quick. I'm giving them out to Isaiah Satania without question. Or we're going to give a double. I've got to give it to two people. I've got to give it to Dylan Cattell, and I've got to go Isaiah Satania. Both those guys, 5 touchdowns amongst them. 5 touchdowns. You could have given it to Bladen Fike, but those two guys really had exceptional games. And then defensively, we'll give it to the entire Fayetteville secondary. Interceptions, and more interceptions. It's a no-fly zone right now back there with that defensive secondary. But that's who's going to get it. Split, Dylan Cattell and Isaiah Satania, and the entire secondary of the Fayetteville Bulldogs consisting of Palmer, Nolan, Jackson, Scott. Hensley will take the snap. He'll be under pressure looking. And he's going to be covered real nicely, incomplete. They tried to hit the wheel route, but Fayetteville has really sniffed that out here in the second half. As I think we're going to get another timeout. Not understanding that timeout right there. Wow. Score here 42-14 with 47.2 seconds to go. Hold on. Make sure this game's still going. Ooh. Oh, I got you. We have a fourth quarter score in a big-time 7A West matchup that a lot has to be on. That's Harbor trailing the Rogers Mounties 28-14 in the fourth quarter. The Mounties lead it. Pass was intended for. That would be a good score if Rogers finishes that out. I think Rogers will end up getting that third seed. Wow. Bentonville West, I know it was 12-0 in their ball game there at Southside. 3rd down and 10 at the Bulldog 37 for the War Eagles of Heritage. 38 seconds to go in the ball game. Bentonville West will win it 34-14 as they lead it in the fourth quarter over the Rebels, or over the Mavericks of Southside, I should say. North Little Rock and Bryant, you said? Bryant leading it in the third quarter 24-6. Trips left. Takes a snap under pressure. He's going to throw it in the flat. Intercepted, it seems, as the Dogs will get yet another interception. No fly zone. That's interception number 3. Mr. Barkin, Sr., Great to see that young man get that pick. Sean Borkin will get the pick. As the Dogs will take over, as the clock will run. As they're just going to let it tick down. And the final score will be from War Eagle Stadium tonight in the 7A West matchup. Your Fayetteville Bulldogs will go to 7-2 on the season, 6-0 in the conference. They win it here tonight, 42-14. Once again, join us next Friday night from Harmon Field, senior night. The Bulldogs go for history as they're trying to be the first team since 1963 to win an outright conference championship. Join us pregame. We'll begin at 6:05, followed by the play-by-play from myself and my guy, Anthony Hicks. Tonight's broadcast of Bulldog football was brought to you by Lindsay & Associates with an office location in Fayetteville, an office location also, too, in Rogers. It was also brought to you by Storms Orthodontics. Once again, you guys have a great night. The final score, Fayetteville wins it, 42-14. Y'all have a blessed one, a great weekend, and you know them final words. From myself, my producer, to everybody,